Inner circle.
True.
These are our closest friends.
Back to the fucking fold. How you doing?
I'm sleepy.
Are you sleepy?
I'm a little sleepy, Matt.
Dude, I had a...
Because I was clanging bang in the Iron Paradise earlier.
Yeah, that fucking... You leave euphoric and then, you get very sleepy.
Yeah.
I did the Peloton and then I just laid down and took a nice hour-and-a-half nap. I got woken up to be alerted that there were people in my house trying to hang like a TV. We got a TV finally in the one room.
Nice.
So there's people downstairs and I was like, I need you to tell them where to put it. And I was like, on the fucking wall. But it was nice. So I had to wake up anyway. But I came down like I hate doing it, dude. I come down groggy,
grumpy,
in front of dudes working. I was like pretty
waking up in front of dudes working sucks.
Came downstairs, total bedhead, and I was just like, I have like fucking Lord of the Rings hair right now. My hair gets long. I look just like fucking Frodo, dude.
Mine curls.
It just curls to the side. I come down, Lord of the Rings. I look like an elf. I come down and was like, hey guys, thanks.
Place the TV there.
Yeah,
I'm going back to my chamber.
The TV's cool because it's made to look like a picture. So it looks like you're hanging a picture the whole time.
Does it have a frame?
Yeah.
Like a picture frame, like a gold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it turns into a TV.
I've seen those. It's pretty neat.
Tight.
Yeah.
I was actually pretty happy.
And it looks like a picture when you're not using it.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool.
Put a beautiful Monet on there.
You go, we don't even have a TV. That's just a painting. We sit on these couches and stare at a painting.
Exactly.
We're a very deep thinking family.
Very cultured family.
Yeah.
I want to set my whole family up on the fucking deep cultured thinking, dude. It'd be nice.
Yeah.
Raise philosophers.
That sounds terrible.
Women philosophers.
Lady philosophers. Aren't they all? Don't they all think they're fucking philosophers, you know?
But yeah, dude, I was fucked up last week. Chloe fractured her foot.
Your daughter broke her foot?
Fractured her fucking foot, yeah.
How? Just walking?
Down the steps. No. Well, she didn't fall down the steps, but Brittany was walking with her. And I was walking that morning being like, damn, these steps are slippery as hell. She fucking fell, covered her head, thank God. And then the foot caught the business.
Oh, God.
Yeah, she's fine, though. She has like a little boot. But yeah, dude, it was...
She's a little boot?
She's a little boot.
Kind of adorable.
It's so adorable, dude. She just walks around, just plops around this little boot.
It.
Dude, it was like the minute... I was telling her, I was like, dude, thank God. Like that's...
I mean, that's how kids... Yeah, she could have...
You could have got fucked up.
That would have been like that would have ended Brittany's life, too.
Exactly.
That would have... If she hurt the kid for real, yeah.
Especially moms can't handle... Like if I'm with the kids and they get hurt, I'm just kind of like, yeah, dude, toughen them up. They'll be all right. But like, yeah, it fucks ladies. Get, like if you like
they failed.
Yes. And it hits them to their core. For me, I go like, these fucking goddamn kids. You feel bad. In the moment you're like, if like literally your body, your cells go like, and then fly back into your body and you're like, fuck. I get so angry. Yeah. Especially if she temper tantrums, she lays on the ground and she goes, and just smacks her head.
Oh shit!
So then if it, like I'll like no, lay her down. Like, all right, lay her down easily, and she'll pop her head back and go whack. And I'm like, fuck, stop doing that.
Yeah,
I get so mad. But yeah, dude, it's but yeah, so that was fucking last Monday.
That's a shitty day. It's a bad case of the Mondays.
Sitting at the coffee shop, dude. I'm working on my little thing, and all of a sudden I get the call, and I'm like, that's not real. She's like, yeah, meet me at the emergency room. Fuck.
You guys get a lot of hospital and doctor visits.
Yeah.
You guys head over there.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I mean, well, you have to.
She was very much like fever, emergency. That was like a big thing.
Yeah.
Just go to the emergency room. And I was like, so I put a kibosh on that, but I was wrong before. One time she's like, we got to go to the emergency room. And I'm like,
yeah, right.
Fine. And then she took the thermometer.
Like, I'm having a kid.
She was 103. The kid was 103. And I was like, yeah, all right. Well, I'm glad you checked. I had been like, just go to bed. She's fine.
Dude, do you remember that as a kid getting like viciously ill?
Yeah.
I had like an earache one time that was just fucking the most painful thing I've ever had.
Oh yeah, dude.
Like a bad ear infection.
I poured rubbing alcohol into my ear when I was a kid because I thought they use hydrogen peroxide for swimmer's ear.
Yeah.
And I was like, I always got them mixed up when I was little, so I took rubbing alcohol and poured it into an ear infection, and I just fucking cried. It was like the worst. It was one of the worst pains I felt in my life.
Well, that's crazy you did that.
I thought that's because I remember I would like smell the stuff my mom would use for swimmer's ear. And I was like, it was like the same bottle, hydrogen peroxide and rubbing alcohol. And I was like,
you guys had a fucking pool. Yeah, you probably always had that
all the time, dude. I had it constly.
Yeah.
And like, dude, but when the fucking water comes out of your ear, man, oh my God.
That's a good feeling.
It's so fucking nice. But yeah, dude, they get fucked up. They get fucked up constantly. I remember being little, and one of my earliest memories, I had chicken pox, and I was maybe 5. And I was laying there, and I remember my mom, my aunt, and then her dad, my pop-up on her side, came into the room, and I had been awake and I fake slept, but I laid like this, and they went, "Oh, he looks like such an angel. Look at him. He looks like a little angel." And I was like, awake pretending
I
to
am
sleep.
an angel.
Dude, I was tee hee hee the whole time. I was like tee hee hee hee. I used to do that a lot when I was little. I'd fake sleep and I was like listen to people around me. It's kind of I still do it, dude.
Yeah.
I still do it in my house.
There's a picture of me doing it. I fell asleep doing it. I remember doing it
Fake sleeping
with a book. I had my face on a book.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You said
and
it.
I was like, this is they're gonna think I'm so smart.
Cuteness overload.
Total cuteness overload. And then I actually fell asleep. It's probably like 3 years old. Look at our little pug.
But yeah, last week that was shitty.
That's terrible.
Bad. Yeah, dude. And dude, this sounds really bad, but like it did. I've told her a million times, like, bro, chill on the steps. It took everything in me. I was so proud of myself in the hospital afterwards. Not once did I go, told you to be fucking. I just ate it, dude.
That would have been the first thing I screamed on the phone at the coffee shop.
Dude, it took.
Told you the steps were slippery.
It took everything in me, dude. But yeah, I'm happy they're fine. That was like, yeah. Especially I'm telling you with women, they like if they think they fucked up and hurt a kid, it's literally like a lightning bolt through the core of their body. And if you're like wrong, they're like, you have to just be like, bro, you're fine.
Attack.
They're all worried about being like terrible parents.
Good.
Which is good. I mean, yeah, not all.
Great thing.
Obviously, some aren't. I saw a lady one time pushing her kid and dropped her phone and just threw the stroller forward in the intersection of a street. It was Broad and Market.
Jesus Christ.
Just went, like this, and just grabbed her phone. And people were like, a bus driver was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, man.
Just screamed at her, and she had to like come to, and it was a whole city block. Like, arguably the busiest city block in Philadelphia of people looking at her being like, Jesus Christ, lady.
Oh,
she had to like grab her phone and just push the kid and walk away. And it was like, ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, she did. She dropped her phone, dude.
That is a big deal.
Dude, that's a big battle now of you're choosing phone or kid all day long. You're going like, yeah, let me just check this. And like, I'll be like looking at my phone and my kid will be in the bathtub just like staring at me. And I'm like, fuck, I'm so sorry. Because you get lost in a phone hole and they're like trying to show you stuff.
You're watching hot kids from Florida State dance. What the fuck are these losers doing? Oh shit, my kids.
Dude, it's constant.
Yeah.
Where you're like, oh, Jesus Christ. My thing I'm trying to break is first thing in the morning, phone consumption. I'm trying to be like, no, and just do anything else. Even if I just lay there and just be like, damn, dude, fuck yeah. I try to do that every morning. I lay there and go, fuck yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Before I look at the phone, I lay there, I fucking grab Brittany's ass, I squeeze it and go, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Just get pumped. I get as pumped as possible every morning. Because if I fall into the phone trap, I've lost the day. I'll look at it. If I don't look at it as soon as I wake up, and squeeze that ass and go, fuck yeah. I look at my big beams above me and go, yeah, hell yeah. And then I just go, let's go. Although if I bust out the phone, it's email, and then I've lost. I've lost. I'm a porn addict. Even if I don't look at porn. What? I'm saying even if I don't look at porn, it's porn. If I look,
you ended that?
all roads lead to it, dude.
That is funny to end most serious sentence with, I'm a porn addict. Just give a valedictorian speech. The last 4 years, I'm a porn addict. I'm viciously addicted to porn. I hurt myself. That's how much I masturbate.
Dude, I was watching old Norm clips. Did you see the one where he talks to the radio station?
Yeah.
And he talks about how he doesn't have sex. Dude, that fucking killed me.
That wasn't Miller, right? Was that Larry Miller? Why am I forgetting his first name?
Dennis? It wasn't Dennis. No,
Miller.
I don't think so.
You used to call Dennis Miller a lot.
No, it was.
Is there a radio show where he's in studio?
It was him in studio, and it was like, I was for Cobb, so it must have been San Francisco. And the lady was like, yeah, you're sad. What did she call it? It's like a word for, I can't think of it. It's like a word for poor. It was like your sad, whatever, poor existence. It was like a different, it like implied that it was a squalor. He's like, you're living in squalor or your squalid existence. And he was like, I'd say it was more aesthetic, but yeah, sure. He's just hammering her on every point. It's so funny. He's like, I'm just facing death all day long. He's like, I just stared life right square in the eye. He's like, I don't have any stuff and I don't care about sex. He's like, having sex is filthy. It's shameful.
Yeah.
She's like, it's not shameful. And he was like, when you take a shit, what do? You go by yourself because it's shameful. She's like, shitting's not, it's like a bodily function. He's like, you don't shit in public. You're ashamed of it. So you hide by yourself.
Yeah.
It's like I do the same thing with
He
sex.
talks about that in a special too.
I just masturbate.
Closing the blinds to masturbate. Like you close the blinds out of shame. That's what blinds are for. Yeah.
Dude, it was the best. It's just like 20 minutes and he's just be like, no, that's not what I'm saying at all.
Yeah, he's the greatest.
Dude, it's so tight.
He's up there for sure. This is the greatest.
Easily. It was a good one before bedtime.
I was with Gay Adam Egget last night.
Yeah, he's the
I was
man.
walking around. Me and Adam went to the Wheeler Walker Jr.
Oh,
concert.
yeah.
Wheeler Walker Jr. is one of the funniest people I've ever seen in my life.
Dude.
It was crazy.
Live's got to be sick.
He's
too.
so good.
Yeah.
He's like a great musician. And
That's a pleasant
yeah,
surprise when those guys are like,
he was unbelievable.
mhm.
If he was singing regular country, it would be really, it'd
True.
still be good.
yeah.
But that's the funny part because it was a live concert, so you could kind of make out, like you'd get lost for a second and be like, damn, this is just a good,
It's a good
I
song.
don't even like country, and this is fucking impressive. And then you
Yeah.
hear in the middle of it, like, I suck my daddy's dick. And then you're like, oh yeah, I forgot. There's one, The Pussy King. He has a song called The Pussy King. And he literally doesn't even play guitar. He just holds a hand in the air. He's singing like this, and he's like, just singing about how much more pussy he gets than everybody. He's like, oh yeah, I'm the Pussy King. Yeah. Like it's
got to be crazy because I imagine, maybe he's married or whatever, but I imagine he was like getting pussy on the road with that act.
he's the Pussy King.
Well, it's got to be funny to just be like just slaying after that fucking doing that whole thing
Yeah.
of like, and I sucked my neighbor's dick, and then you're just like fucking some lady after that. Like, no, I'm being
It is
serious now.
weird to see a whole room full of people that he is making fun of. The whole thing's a joke about that type of person.
For sure, yeah.
And then the whole room was like dudes in cowboy hats.
Really?
Like, hell yeah. Yeah, they genuinely were like, people were like laughing. Obviously, it's funny, but like
Yeah.
people were dancing.
Really?
Yeah, there was a couple slow dancing next to us when he was singing like a song about like, fuck you, bitch.
Yeah.
You broke my heart. Yeah, it was great. Really wonderful stuff.
Yeah, that's fun. It's also fun to sneak out of a show and then go run, hit the concert.
That's just life in Austin, dude. It's the music capital.
True.
of-
It's
you
weird.
know.
It's weird as hell.
It's so fucking weird.
I haven't seen any music.
You know what's weird is homeless crackheads.
True.
We need to keep Austin weird.
They are the weirdest.
It's nice to
dudes.
feel for real scared for your health anytime you walk down the street.
Dude,
That's what I love about
I
Austin.
noped an alley. I walked down and I was going to go down an alley.
Fucking chaos.
Dude, I was going to go down an alley. I saw a guy holding like a bottle of wine with his friend, and then he went, and he like started walking towards me. And I was like, nope. And I just
Yeah.
walked. And then someone, when I was at Vulcan last night, and Hans Kim was like, dude, you can just take the alley. I was like, I'm not going down
No.
the fucking alley. Dude, I'm so safety conscious now. Like, it's ridiculous. When I was in Spokane, there was like a gauntlet of like, there were like definitely homeless dudes. And there was like crust punky dudes who like weren't in my, I was just looking at them like, they didn't look like they were homeless, but they were
fucking
like
hate cross-punk
chilling.
dudes.
They looked like dudes who were like, I'm chilling with homeless guys who would probably be homeless one day themselves. Yeah, there was like, it's just a weird gauntlet you had to go down to get to the place. Dude, on like the first, I like walked past them the first time, like, yeah, fucking dare you, I'll just fight to the death right fucking now. Then on the way home, it was like dark. It was like purely nighttime, and I was like, I gotta walk past those homeless guys again. I saw a bird scooter. I was like, I was fucking riding the scooter.
Damn, you should have scooted right past
I did. I scooted back.
Really?
Dude, now it's like I take no chances. I used to walk, I'd be like, dude, this neighborhood's not so bad. I don't give a fuck. Now it's like 0 chances. Got the bird scooter. Then I'd leave a bird scooter outside and just scoot right past.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I'm not.
You're getting there. You're
Am I-
getting old.
Yeah, I am.
Eventually, you're gonna go. I'm not going into the city. What the hell would I go into Philadelphia for? The place is a goddamn cesspool.
Dude, I don't know where it came from out of nowhere. I was just
Dude,
like,
we're getting old, dude.
one of those guys could just attack me out of nowhere. And it's like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. I just, dude, just breezed past them 15 miles an hour. Just,
Yeah, you go see this bums.
yeah, dude.
See this scooter? I'm having
You
a
wish.
fun time.
You wish. I have to scan my money from my phone. You guys can't even comprehend what I'm talking about. Shh. I told you I future manned a homeless guy in Philadelphia the one time.
What'd you do to him?
Dude, I got out of my car. He came to ask me for money. I saw him walking up, and I fucking grabbed my phone, Apple paid the pump, and then like talked to someone on my watch, and he was just like, he just went and just walked away and he just sat on a pipe.
Yeah.
I was just like, bro. I literally
You probably
stunned
thought
him.
you were a secret agent, man.
I stunned him with my fucking technology.
Yeah, that's wild.
I took my phone out, went beep, pumped my thing, and I was like, yeah, tell her to blah, 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 blah,
Send.
send. And he was just like, and just went and sat down.
Yeah, you saw a Jetson.
True. I was from the future. Dude, sorry, I keep forgetting to bring this up.
Okay.
This is the hottest topic on my mind right now.
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'm back into following Wes Watson real big right now.
I've noticed.
Dude,
I like it.
he So he did an interview with Jumper or Adam Jumper 22, whatever his name
Adam
is.
22.
Adam Jumper 22. He did an episode with Adam 22. And on that episode, he said, I don't know how they talked. They're talking about like who's jacked, who's ripped, obviously. And he claimed there's no ripped Mexicans. He's like, you don't see, he's like, what do you mean? Adam 22 is like, there's ripped, he's like, you don't see him. He's like, there's no ripped Mexicans.
Was this Ryan Garcia count?
Yeah, well, he later took it back, but he was like, on average, he's like, they're not jacked, they're not ripped. He's like, on average. So then he came under a lot of fire. So then he had to address it. He does these ones where he sits with his shirt off and just screams at a camera. So he's had like a sinus infection, but he refuses to fucking acknowledge sickness. Yeah. So it'll just be like, and he's all like nasally. But he had to do one where he got like, he had to do a State of the Union where he's just fucking flexing the whole time. He's like, and then these motherfuckers are trying to say that I said there's no rip. Guess what? That's what the fuck I said. You don't see him anywhere. You rarely see him. But then I got flooded, my inbox got flooded with jacked fucking Mexicans. And I said, fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Dude, it's...
Oh, he got punked on the jacked Mexicans.
He said they sent him to him. He was like, good, that's what I want to see. He's like, he goes, most fucking white dudes in jail are dope fiend losers. He's like,
sick.
They're not jacked either.
You need to be jacked.
You have to be jacked. You owe it to your people. That's his whole thing. It's like, you have to get jacked.
You like racially owe it to your people.
He keeps saying your peoples. I don't know if he means like your family.
All right. Yeah, it's definitely your family.
I mean, he does say, but he is talking about your people in jail. So that is your race.
Yeah. That actually makes sense.
You kind of owe it to your race to get jacked though.
Take it easy, Adolf. That was Adolf.
Not out of hate, just to be like,
yeah,
get jacked.
Well, we need to, as white people, we need to get jacked to start stunting on the other races.
Yeah, I guess you know what? Yeah, well, you could. It does spin negatively, but it is funny for him.
It is time for us to truly.
Well, you're supposed to create a fucking. You're supposed to create yourself and then give yourself as a gift to your people or just the world. He says the world now. He slips in and out of it. He still, when he talks about burpees, it's the funniest thing. He's like, well, yeah, then you do 88 burpees, and they're like, why 88? And he's like, it's just a thing, dude. He's got to do. He's like the
letter in the alphabet or something.
But yeah, he came out and dude, it was a 10-minute video of him addressing the controversy around jacked Mexicans, and it was so fucking funny of him just having to be like, look, I just don't see a lot of them. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. And there's a lot of Mexican dudes in the comments being like, Wes is right, dude. We eat too many carbs.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about. There are jacked Mexicans, but it's just like, it's a barrel chested, big upper body.
Yeah.
You know, kind of skinny.
He's talking about ripped and jacked. Something to like give yourself to your people.
Indians.
True.
Mario Lopez is still in great shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you'd have to get Mario Lopez is what, 6'1"?
I don't think he's that tall, but
Really?
yeah.
Where'd you come up with that?
I thought he was tall.
No.
Why? He might be, but
Maybe I was thinking of Luis Gomez. Maybe I was getting them confused.
No, he's 5'10".
He's 5'10"?
Yeah.
Same height as Mario Lopez. Damn, I thought he was taller. I just always assumed AC Slater was bigger than me my whole life.
oh, that makes sense.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he looked so jacked.
He looks so good in that fucking
I thought he was like 6'2".
that onesie.
Were you talking about when he did the fucking the wrestling singlet?
He was wrestling for
he
the
played
Tigers.
the gay diver and hit his head in the pool.
He what?
He did a movie where he was a gay diver and hit his head and it got blood in the pool and everyone was like, ooh. Because they thought he had AIDS. The movie was great.
What was it called?
I forget. It's called Gay Dudes in a Pool. Gay diver. Yeah, he slips and hits his head on the board and he gets like, there's another childhood memory. I watched only that part of the movie and everyone got out of the water and they're like, ew.
Breaking the Surface.
Yeah.
The Greg Louganis story.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's probably about Greg Louganis.
It was Greg Louganis. Greg Louganis, dude. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the Wes Watson thing was an utter delight of just watching him have to just be like.
Using names like that as an insult is very funny. Like if you see a gay dude and be like, fucking Greg Louganis over here. You know what I mean? It makes me happy.
Yeah, it's the best.
It's like what black dudes hit, like Asian corner store guy, you know, they walk in like, what's up, Jackie Chan?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Indian guy, like, what's up, Osama bin Laden?
Dude, I was just about to say, I
yeah.
witnessed so many hate crimes when I lived in West Philadelphia. Just young black kids being like, what's up, Osama? And they would just visibly shoplift and they'd be like, and he'd spaz out. Yeah, I saw that scene happen a lot of times.
The one that always got me was the 7-Eleven on Lancaster Ave.
Oh, God.
Just black ladies trying to play the lottery, going up against Ethiopian dudes. It was a fucking battle. Every day you'd go in there.
No, the best was the Dunkin' Donuts on 54th and Lancaster. That was the ultimate battle.
Oh yeah.
Of just a black lady on a Bluetooth coming in and being like, I said I want salmon on my fucking, and they would just be like, and just, do you speak English? Just nailing this dude. And this dude is fucking, probably fucking meditating, going to another realm in his head, dude. Must escape.
I mean, yeah, there is like, yeah, if you want to get down to it, there is like a truly systemic problem there.
Oh, big time, dude.
Of like, yeah.
Bro, I remember just being like, I mean, it was, I'll be honest, I kind of giggled to myself the whole time. Like,
you love to see other people being racist.
Yeah. It was
a non-white being racist, you're like, hey
man, we
Cut
ended
it
slavery.
out.
We ended slavery. We did. I mean, I'm not taking credit for
it's
that.
not done yet, but yes.
True. Fight's not over.
We
don't get any credit for that. Nobody gives white people credit for ending slavery.
I understand, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Trust me, I've been talking about it for a while.
It's you'd think it'd be like, oh, that's
I guess
cool.
the argument's like if you stop hitting your wife and then you're like, I stopped hitting my wife.
Yeah, but
everybody was hitting each other's wives. You were also hitting the wife.
Yeah.
Everybody was hitting each other's wife.
Everyone was hitting their wife.
And then you stopped hitting your wife.
Dude, people were hitting their wife in like the, you could joke about hitting your wife in like the 70s on TV. People were like, haha.
Yeah.
Sean Connery was like, I smacked them.
Yeah.
And everyone was just like,
just sit down with like Barbara Walters.
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
In the 70s. And it was like kind of cool to be like, yeah, obviously fucking.
R.I.P. Didn't Sean Connery like die like last year?
I think so.
Did he?
Yeah. I
So
feel
many
like that
of the
wasn't as big a
goats.
deal as it should have been.
So many of the goats are dying, dude.
Yeah.
Matthew Perry, goat.
Oh yeah, I'm getting in the hot tub.
Careful.
That is,
Was he on drugs? He must have been on
I
drugs.
think they said his toxicology was clean, but
Well,
I don't know
leaves
about
another
that.
question.
He died in
Another big-
2020.
Connery did?
Yeah.
What?
And he said it to Barbara Walters when telling her when
That was probably
women
like
want to
the
get the last
90s.
word.
When was that interview?
I think that was in the 80s.
80s, bro.
Yeah, holding it down.
Smack them. I smacked them.
Smack their mouth. Smack them.
Yeah, dude, that I'm telling you, that wasn't. There was another thing my brother
It's
was
gotta
telling
be
me.
wild being a lady getting slapped by fucking James Bond screaming at you. He's not so fucking cool and suave anymore. He's fucking
Dude,
shirtless in your kitchen. slapping you.
1987.
Nice.
Whoa. I read a book. Blizz gave me this book. When he came with me to, I think, Spokane, he just gave me this. He's like, I thought you'd like this. He gave me a book to read. I read it on the plane. I read most of it on the plane a little bit when I got there. It was about this guy, Hindu in Trinidad. It was the weirdest fucking book. It was about this guy who was an
Blizz is
Indian.
wild.
Dude, Blizz is the man. He's like, I thought you'd like this. And the guy was, he just was like this guy who like his dad died super early. So he inherited all of his dad's money in Trinidad as an Indian guy and just like didn't know what to do with himself. And this one guy who had a store was like, marry my daughter. He's like, nah, dude, I'm not marrying your fucking daughter. And then the guy's like, dude, for real, marry my fucking daughter. So he's like, eventually he's like, fuck it, I got to marry this guy's daughter and I got to become like the ultimate masseuse. He's like,
Became a masseuse?
well, back in Trinidad back then, I think it was like the 40s. If you had like illnesses, a guy would just like squeeze your body. Like if you had like broken legs and shit or like dislocations, there was guys who would massage you and like snap shit back in place. But apparently there was a lot of guys who were like fake masseuses who would like try to cure. And
Yeah, I don't think you can cure a break with a massage.
No, but
I
exactly.
think it just hurts really bad.
But apparently they were all scared. Like, the way the book was saying, like a lot of the black dudes in Trinidad were scared of doctors because they thought like doctors would kill you. So like they would go to masseuses. So you'd be like an Indian guy and you just like squeeze their biceps and be like, bro, you're
This
good.
is Eastern medicine.
And true. And then there was another one where like, yeah, if you just had like migraines or headaches, it was like almost like faith healing where they kind of like you're good, drink these herbs, you'll be fine. So he was going to do that. And the whole thing that reminded me of is like he married the lady and there apparently it was customary back then, like you would beat your wife. Like you had the first beating was like a momentous occasion. So like the lady was
fiction?
like, huh?
Is this book fiction?
It's fiction, but the guy is like an Indian Hindu who was like based on, I know, apparently it is a fiction book, but it was like based on kind of like, you know, the life of there. And it was like, you would just like the first night you'd take your wife, she would call you man. She'd be like, man, what are you doing? You say, woman, don't talk to me like, and you just smack her with your belt. But he was like, there was like a whole ritual to it where like, if you would beat her, it was like something you had to get out of the way. And then you could be like merciful and she'd be like, he's a good guy. And then she goes ritually and tells her father, like, he beat me the man beat me. And your father goes, oh, you better not have. It was bizarre.
Yeah.
But then part of the wedding is for the dowry gift, the father has to, they put a cake in front of you and the father goes, I'm going to give you, $1,000, eat the cake. And then as a son, you can go, no, I'm not eating the cake. And the father has to give you bigger and bigger gifts. And the dude like spazzed on the father-in-law and was like, made him give him like properties and like houses. And then like everyone's, you can't, if the dude doesn't eat a cake, it's a great shame.
Yeah.
So if you try to give him and he's like, that's not enough money for him, I'm not eating the cake, your whole family's being like, you fucking cheap fuck.
Yeah.
So then the guy had to give him, he like for real gave him like properties. And afterwards he's like, I'm going to fucking kill you now. He like got drunk and threatened to kill him because he embarrassed him. He took all his fucking properties. So then he moves his whole wife to this like weird property from her father, and just gives massages, doesn't work. Then he becomes like a full guru. Then at the very end of the story, he becomes like super rich and he gets into politics and he just turns into like a bureaucrat and like people are like, hey, you're the guy. He's like, leave me alone. Don't talk to me.
It sounds terrible.
It was a sad book.
Sounds like a terrible book.
It was a sad book, but it was funny. Him fucking woman, man.
But it wasn't supposed to be funny.
I was laughing at it.
Sounds terrible.
I know.
Sounds like one of the worst stories I've ever heard.
It was cool.
Sounds like nothing happened.
No, his glow up was tight when he was like the whole time. He's like, I'm going to write a book, woman, leave me alone. And he would just never write anything. I was like, that's relatable.
No, you wrote.
I did.
Still writing, baby.
Yeah.
What's the next project?
The cartoon, I told you.
No, I know the cartoon. I was talking about writing.
Oh,
Book-wise.
the book's on pause right now, but that's the book about the guy who was a therapist, or who was a guy who was studying to be a therapist who got sucked into working, doing like inducing like enlightenment states as like a government experiment. And then he kind of falls out of the experiment and leads this weird life where he's trying to help this family in ruin, and pretty tight.
That is tight.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
It's better than the book you described.
It's
Already better.
you gotta read everything. You take little elements. But yeah, that is,
No, I know.
I'll say my elevator pitch was better than a guy who was just a Hindu who eventually, I don't even know, the whole point of the book was like capitalism's bad. But actually, I was rooting for the guy the whole time who was like, there was a kid who, in the story, there was a kid who was worried, and this is bad to stop me, but he was worried that the clouds were going to come get him. So he had to he got this boy in a room with his parents and he was like, I see the cloud, it's coming to get me now. And the kid was like, ah. He's like, if you just, if you're like a good boy, the cloud will go away. And that was like his big thing. And everyone's like, dude, you're a fucking healer. So, and apparently the guy, I didn't know this, the guy was writing it to like make fun of the guy. I was reading it like, that was a good move. Totally rooting for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Either way, it's just stupid. The book is bad. You finish it and you go, that was
A giant waste of my time.
what the fuck? No, it was fun. Reading about the guy beating his wife and he'd be like, man.
How much of the book was that?
It was like
2 fucking pages?
It was like 2 pages. But then he would also, the father kept threatening with a cutlass.
Yeah, that's
He'd be like,
nice.
because the wife left him at one point, and he was like, "Fuck her, let her leave." And he finished his book, which was questions and answers about Hinduism, and it doesn't sell at all.
Yeah.
Because back then you had to print books yourself, and he had her uncle was like, "My uncle is the best salesman; he will sell it." And the guy would like go in the marketplace and be like, "Hindu 101." They'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Yeah.
So he had to come back and be like, "I didn't sell any of your book, dude. You suck." But either way, here's a cool story.
What was it called? Do you remember?
I don't remember actually. I'd have to think about it. As a good, the title is pretty good, but yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'll have to think about that. Sorry, I just
It's
went
all
to a
right.
fugue state to explain. The whole thing was people used to beat their wives.
Yes.
I literally left my body explaining that story. I was like, oh shit, I forgot we're doing a fucking podcast.
Just stared at that black canvas.
So what else is going on? What's the overarching mission?
With me and my life?
Yeah,
I'm going to try to sell tires that show
swag.
and then put out comedy specials. And
Swag.
then that's it.
What's do you have a vision of like the gladiator pasture for you? Or you're just going to grind till you die?
There's no pasture yet.
No, you're not thinking pasture.
Hopefully the pasture is me not having a desire to grind.
That'd be nice.
Mm-hmm.
What could possibly
I can-
bring that about?
I don't know. I'm trying to figure that out.
To kill the grind.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to blow out the candle.
I'd love to.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be the best thing ever.
I think that's the whole point. You're supposed to save enough money where you don't have to work anymore. But then you'd have to like sail. You need a passion project.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But right now I can't take time off.
no.
It bothers me.
Yeah.
So
Just a
hopefully
little bit?
just get there sometime.
Dude, you need to go on a sleep vacation. I'm telling you.
That'd be cool.
Dude, you lay there in like Sweden, they put you in like a fucking little black box and you can just sleep for like 47 hours.
I can pull that off. I can pull that off. I took a nap yesterday before the show and I was
Sleepy
totally
boy.
unconscious. I woke up just actually, that's when I saw the dark red eyes and tiny penis. It was before I went to the show.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So you woke from a nap, red eyed.
Dark red. Like, I mean, I was fully out. I was like, I could probably squeeze a nap in here before the show.
You slept for what, like an hour?
Yeah, I was a little less, but I was fully out.
Dude, I've been sleeping on the microdoses now, and my body's gotten so used to them I can just pass out.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm 2 for 2 now on this. Where today I did it as well, and I had like, maybe it's just a weird thing, but like, dude, whenever I've done that, I hit a point where I get lost in my head, and I'm like, you know, when you're like, you're not really with it, but you're thinking, it was just tight.
Yeah.
But then when I'm sleeping on the microdose, what has happened to me is I start remembering where I'm like, oh, I'm like trying to sleep right now. And I'm still in like a weird purgatory state where I'm like not aware of my body that much. And I'm like,
totally. And then you come out of it a little.
Yeah, yep.
And you actually wake up, and then you start thinking again, and you're just dreaming.
Gone, dude.
Your thoughts turn into dreams. Like,
dude, I woke up this morning.
It's wild.
I woke up this afternoon biting my tongue. I was going,
I don't do that, but
fuck it. I was going, what the fuck? Oh my God, I'm trying to sleep. And it was just, yeah, it is that. It's like, I'm like in this weird thing where I'm like, holy.
How many hours of sleep do you get at night?
Not a lot.
You're fucked, right?
Not a lot. You know?
Yeah, those kids.
Last night I got like, not terrible. I got like 5 last night. But that's like whenever I do stand up at night, I'm waking up that morning as if I had like.
I don't know. Yeah, again, I don't know what
I feel like I've smoked crack all
What
night.
is Rogan talking about with these workouts making you feel good the rest of I mean, you feel good for I'm just tired.
Yeah.
That second show, I was like, I'm fucking dead.
I think you need a fap nap. If you rolled that into a fap nap and woke up, dude, now you're talking.
I'll tell you what, yesterday was a fap nap. I didn't feel like I needed to include it, but yes, yesterday was a fap nap.
You need a fap
guy
nap.
and his stepsister were playing Truth or Dare. I cracked out the lotion. I pleased myself with
you
lotion.
woke up with a lotion dick.
Mm-hmm.
A red eyes and a lotion dick.
I cleaned thoroughly before the nap, but there's still you can never get the lotion off.
No.
There's nothing you can do to fully remove it from the wrinkles of your sack.
True.
It requires a shower. I thought I did a good job of cleaning, and then in the shower I was like, oh my God, I was covered.
You see like an oil slick beneath you, and there was a rainbow water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying right now to totally fucking soothe my central nervous system. I'm trying to get it to just baseline. To where like my test is how long could I sit in a chair for without just freaking the fuck out? Just nothing. Just like sit in a chair and just be comfy and just go, I'm cool. Because I instantly fill my head with, they'll be like, blah, 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 blah. If you sit in a chair and you're just fucking, how long can I sit in a chair and just dig being in a room and being like, nice, this is chill. I'm freaking out right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have 3 seconds of sitting down before I freak out. And I'm
Sitting in a chair in an empty room why would that even be a goal?
So that way, if you can just be cool with just like doing nothing, if you can be at peace, it's like being at ultimate peace.
Are you allowed to close your eyes in the chair? Or do you have to look around?
No, you can close your eyes.
Yeah, I do that all the fucking time.
Don't sleep.
I do that all the time.
Just lay there like this.
Oh, yeah.
Or my whole point is you're just being stoked on your bare bones existence. You're going like, fuck yeah. You're just sitting there. That's what I try to do every morning. I lay there and just go, fuck yeah, dude. And not just like make it up in my head. I'm like, yeah, dude, hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I've done that.
To where like, and especially when I get done doing shows and I go in the hotel, I try to just sit there alone and by myself and just go, fuck yeah.
This is crazy shit.
Yeah, but it's like, why do you need all this stuff? You don't need any stuff. You can just sit there and just be stoked on your existence and go, fuck yeah, I'm alive. This is awesome.
Yeah, but why not enjoy being alive?
True, but I enjoy being alive. But what I do is I sit there in a blank panic.
Toss on some music.
Pull out my phone and go.
Yeah.
You can toss on music. I'll pull my phone out and just start compulsively going. Okay.
Yeah.
I might as well read about the news. Well, how about a YouTube video? And it's not like enjoyable. It's like a compulsion of like, I need to start preparing and researching stuff so I know what to talk about. And I just watch the news and listen to YouTube videos, and they're like, the Middle East is fucked up. And I'm like, okay, it's good. I'm on top of
Whose
that.
fault is it? I don't know. Depends who I'm listening to.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I honestly, at this point, I'd say it's both their faults.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm going to come out with a hot take and say it's both their faults.
I don't think that's a hot take. I think there's people are being bad.
I think it might even be a little bit of America's fault when you read it, you know.
I think so. I think England was in there meddling around. I think they turned their back on Christ and now they're paying for it.
Are you talking about the Church of England?
Well, them as well, but I'm saying the entire ordeal right now in the Middle East, I think the Catholics just need to come in and clean it up.
Yeah, I've been reading about the Church of England. They've been sprinkled into my readings, bro.
They're punks, dude.
Total fucking punks, dude.
England's fucking punks, dude.
They try to start up their own thing. It was like
just because the king wanted a fucking divorce.
Didn't King Henry's one of his daughters got like fucking burned to the stake or something fucked up happened to one of his daughters?
Probably.
One of his daughters actually reintroduced Christianity. She was like, "Yeah, my dad fucked the Church of England bullshit," and then another one was like, "Fuck that," and was doing like they had like inquisitionary battles about it.
You mean Catholicism, not Christianity? Yeah,
my bad. Catholicism. One of his daughters was like, "Yo, fuck this Church of England bullshit." It's fucking. The whole thing is bullshit in and of itself. It's the church. It's just the Church of England.
Well, yeah.
I don't even get it. Like,
I guess it does make sense that back then Rome had a lot of power. So they were like, why are we listening to fucking Italy?
So they were like the Samsung of fucking church?
Essentially. They're like, why are we fucking with Sony, dude? Let's do our own. Yeah, they were Dreamcast.
Yeah.
They were just like, why do we have to listen to Italy?
It's funny. He set up his whole thing. He was like, yeah, dude. You know how the Pope is like super holy and shit? King Henry is like, I am too.
Yeah. And
Fuck that.
And it did have just as much validity.
Yeah, it's true.
Just to be like, I'm actually the one who talks to God and can't be wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I guess. Because that's bullshit. The other guy's saying that.
Yeah. And he was just like, yeah, dude, that's also me.
Although, dude, I think papal infallibility started in like 1850. I don't think that was
really?
Or it ended then. No, I think it was 1850.
Well, that's supposed to be like, but you're also supposed to have, they don't use spiritual receipts. If you're the Pope, you got to be like, oh yeah, dude, like I fucking sat in the dark for 5 fucking days and like no big deal. Like they're like, oh shit, you got spiritual receipts. Yeah. If you're the king, if you're King Henry, it's like,
what are your receipts, dude? You're a womanizer?
What's the facts? Yeah, hit me with some facts.
Started in 1870.
1870.
Oh, the infallibility?
Yeah, that wasn't even a thing,
tight, dude. So tight.
1870, just be like, dibs, I'm never wrong.
I'm not wrong ever.
I can't be wrong. God told me what to say.
Yeah, but apparently, again, the new Pope's going, what's my fucking...
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole story of a Chinese wise man, apparently, who did that, where a guy was like, intercede with the gods for me. And he goes, it's none of my business, bro. He's supposed to be the wisest spiritual man in the land. He goes, between you and God, that's none of my business. That's between you and him, bro. And they're like, damn, he's so fucking wise.
He's so wise.
He just was sitting there like hammering planks. And he was just like, I just hammer planks, bro. I don't even think about this shit. That's how wise I am. That's all those guys do eventually.
Yeah.
Those dudes, you pay those masters, like you like sit with them for 30 years. And eventually like, yeah, I just don't think about this shit at all. And you're like, oh shit. Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
So I just fucking hammer planks into the board and try to be nice to people. You want some soup? And you're like, oh, God damn it.
Yeah, I'd love some soup.
I'd like some soup. Pretty tight.
I could get some soup.
Or you just fucking build a giant fortress and you say, I'm right about everything.
Yeah, that's another way to do it. Yeah. Either way, we're going to the same place.
True.
You know?
Hell.
Everyone's going
that would be tight.
Double hockey
everyone went to H. That was all there was HE double hockey sticks. Like, what about God? And they're like, no, dude. It's just the devil.
Yeah.
I think that's
like
Gnosticism.
3 people get to
Gnosticism
go to heaven.
Gets into that.
Really?
It's like we're ruled by like a fucking malevolent creator who's just totally fallen.
I can see how some people totally are like, definitely.
Yeah, dude.
We're in hell. This is hell.
Yeah. They're like, we're totally fallen and the only way out of it is knowledge. You can get fucking gnosis, which is knowledge. Escape from our... Dude, having a malevolent creator is kind of sick, dude. It must have been a tight way to get pussy back then where you're just like, God's actually mean as hell.
Yeah, it's goths.
Yeah, true.
They still get pussy that way. They're like, dude, I'm so dark.
Yeah. I've been getting into the Gospel of Thomas lately.
What's he up to?
That was like the fallen, like those secret fucking Gospels that were like, do you know Jesus had a girlfriend?
Yeah.
So I only read the
Da
introduction.
Vinci Code stuff.
I'll be honest, I just read the introduction, but like it's pretty tight.
I believe it.
I just like the idea of stuff. I'm like, damn, that's fucking.
There's one that was apparently the Book of Judas.
Yep.
That was pretty sick.
Well, you talking about Judas, brother of Jesus? Because there's Thomas and there's Thomas Judas, which I know.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about the brother. I was just saying how Judas was like the most important.
He wrote, "Yeah, I did it."
No, I mean it was like he was the one who really died for everybody's sins. Also,
damn,
God made him.
Yeah,
somebody needed to betray him.
True.
Judas fell on that fucking sword.
He did,
and then also he was pretty fucking sorry about it.
Dude, he was.
I always liked Judas.
Peter denied him. Peter didn't hang himself. Although he did get crucified. Fucked up. He got hit on a Roman cross.
Down?
Mm-hmm. Huh? Yeah.
Yeah.
They fucked his ass up.
On an X, right?
Those dudes were that gassed up. That's like, I've been reading about those guys too. The early dudes after Jesus died, it was just a bunch of dudes like
Getting rocked,
just getting
dude.
the asses kicked.
Romans feeding the fucking lions. And
Jews were beating them up. The Jews have fucking come.
Jews are still fucking holding it down like that.
Oh, those guys.
Hated Jesus.
Saul got his ass kicked. He was the Jews would catch up to him like, bro, we told you about talking about this fool. Stop talking about this motherfucking fool.
Saul.
They would fucking stomp him. They would beat Paul up. He would get his ass kicked.
Saul was the guy beating up people.
Yeah, Saul was the guy
Saul
beating
was
up.
dishing out the beatings, and then he became Paul and was like, my bad for beating all you guys.
Yep, it was Puffy then Diddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he would just be doing his thing in like Antioch, and the Jews are all like, shut the fuck. Because he would stand outside of synagogues and be like, Jesus.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, in the middle of their service and be like, bro, we done told you, stop talking about this.
I can see how that would get annoying if you're at synagogue and some dude's out front like, dude, remember what you guys did to Jesus? I'd come out, I'd fucking throw some shit.
I don't
fucking beat it, dude. I'm trying to get through my day.
True. He's like, bro, we
Shut
got
up.
all these fucking goats. They're getting sacrificed. We're selling the meat out the side of the temple. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, please.
Although, dude, I like been geeking on this lately. Jesus reversed the thrust of like nature itself. Like it was like, fuck that guy, beat that guy's ass, fuck that. And he was like,
Nah.
you're actually supposed to be nice. And there literally people just like,
Yeah.
and just engulfed them like, fuck that. And that literally spread through. I think about that all the time.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Dude, I cry when I listen to Oh Holy Night. When they talk
I don't
about,
think that has anything to do with the.
oh, it does, dude. When you listen to lyrics, dude, you listen to Oh Holy Night, it talks about how it's just a dismal, dreary world, dude.
Yeah.
And a light was born, and everyone was just like, holy shit, I never even thought about that. It just makes me really happy to think about
It
that.
should.
It's really nice.
Yeah, it's the power of Christ.
I mean, obviously, other dudes did
You're
it too.
fucking nuts.
No, dude, it's fucking real. Dude, there was the thrust of nature, just blind
I understand.
nature.
I get
We
it.
crawled out
I
of
get
that,
it.
and we were still like, and then he
Yeah.
was like, bro, do the opposite. And you're like, no,
Yeah.
I don't want to do the opposite. Your whole life is a struggle. You're like, I don't want to do the opposite of that. And it's like, dude, if you were nice, things would be so much cooler. It's like, yeah, but no one's going to be nice to me. They're just going to walk all over me.
It doesn't matter. You still got to be nice.
I know, dude. It's hard.
Yeah.
Dude, I swear to God, it is the most important thing in the world.
Being nice?
Yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
it is. But it's like, yeah, I will. But let me just, I'll be nice. Just hold on a second. Let me do
Yeah.
some other stuff. And then I'll
I'd
be
be
nice.
mean sometimes. That'd be nasty.
But yeah, it's, I think about it. I'm obsessed. I think about that all the time. I'm just, dude, for real, reversing the thrust of nature.
Mm-hmm.
Scary stuff.
It's pretty neat.
Yeah, it's fucking pretty cool to go up against
Yeah.
that. And like, it was like, you had to convince dudes like, this is also, again, I mean,
There was be nice before Jesus. Too.
there was other guys
Yeah.
for sure that did it for sure.
Yeah. His caught on pretty good though.
It's caught on big time. And it wasn't like, I don't know. It was if like, I mean, there had to been guys who did it and there's guys in like the East, but like, and even like, you know, obviously Socrates, but Socrates was just a truth head. He was just like truth, bro.
It was, yeah.
Facts. He was just facts.
He was going to the Oxford debates.
Dude, for real.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just not going to say I'm wrong. I'm just going to be honest. And they're like dead. Jesus, like,
Yeah, you
being
got to
nice.
kill that guy.
They
The
accuse
just
him
being
of,
honest guy,
yeah.
it's time to kill him.
Well, they accuse him of corrupting the youth and denying the gods,
Yeah.
or corrupting the youth based on what he preached about gods. And he was like, how can I be an atheist if I'm teaching about gods? You fucking fools. And they were like, drink this hemlock, pussy.
Yeah.
Well, actually, they were like, don't drink it. And he goes, no, I'm doing it.
Yeah. He said, fuck you guys.
Slug the hemlock. He's
You
like,
don't
this is,
deserve me.
this is on you, pussy.
Yeah. That's a good way to kill yourself.
Yeah, dude.
Dudes do that for women a lot.
Kill themselves?
Yeah. Catch
Yeah.
a girl cheating, fucking blow your head off in front of her.
Yeah.
It's very Socratic.
It is,
How do you
dude.
say that?
Socratic.
Socratic. That was it.
It is the Socratic method, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck you, I'll fucking do it. I'll
Yeah.
fucking kill myself.
Well, fine.
If you don't fucking call me back, I'll fucking kill myself.
Yeah. That's just in the honor of Socrates.
Do you think, I shouldn't even ask the question.
Yeah, let me hear it.
Do you think girls love when dudes kill themselves for them?
Matt, not only do I think, I am certain.
Oh, they get to walk around the rest of their life. Like, it was really weird. He like fucking killed himself over me. I'm like, feeling really bad about it.
Yeah,
But like,
it's a
geez.
feather in the cap of a
'Cause
babe.
They like dudes fighting over them.
Yeah.
But like,
The
that's
ultimate
kind of,
sacrifice.
that's awesome. But a dude just fucking, yeah, just fully being like, if I can't have you, I won't live. It's got to be, also, don't do that.
Yeah, it's such a fucking short-sighted, dumb way to go.
Oh my God.
over
dude.
a babe.
Yeah.
Blow your head off over a babe. That's a tough
A
one.
babe, bro.
It depends how you kill yourself, because Titanic was romantic and
Yeah.
killing himself for her.
Yeah, if you sacrifice for the baby,
That's different.
That's nice.
Yeah,
That's different.
the
That gets
sacrifice.
that thing.
Yeah.
Wedded, bro.
Dude, speaking of Titanic, did I tell you this? I looked it up. A dude, ever since we got in the cold plunge, that's all I've been thinking about. This dude, that was at 45 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
A dude in the Titanic survived for 2 hours at 28 degrees. It was 28 degrees.
That's fucking
I
nuts.
just floated for 2 fucking hours.
Dude, there was a lady who flipped her kayak
sucks.
for like 37 minutes and her head was underwater and she just was fine. She wasn't breathing for 30 minutes and she had like
That's
an
impossible.
out-of-body experience. Dude, it was on a Netflix documentary.
I know, but like, how did she do it?
It's a
There must have
medical
been an air
mystery.
pocket.
It's a medical mystery.
Yeah.
Dude, you get into the near-death experience shit, it's wild.
Yeah, but you can't. Your brain shuts off.
That's what you would think.
She had an air pocket, or somebody's fibbing.
Maybe so. Or she just hit her head really hard, who knows? And like, but they said
you still
they
need
found
to
her.
breathe if
Like
you
they
hit your
were
head.
with her and she went down like this weird channel and they eventually found her and she was upside down. They're like, bro, maybe they tell by the wrinkles in your fingers. I don't know.
Yeah.
she's pruny as hell.
Yeah.
It was just a
She must have got a
6-year-old.
pocket in the kayak, maybe.
Something, dude. I don't know. But she did have a near-death experience. She's like, I was
I'm
out of my
sure.
body, all that, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, the dude is surviving for fucking, how long was it? 2 hours?
2 hours.
God,
28 degrees. It's
Damn.
below freezing water.
28 degrees?
It sucks cock.
How the fuck? Like,
It's salt water. So it can stay. It can be below.
no. I know. I'm saying, how
Yeah.
did he live?
Oh, I have no idea. He's a beast. I
I've been
think they
thinking
said he
about-
was drunk.
True.
Was he fat?
He probably was fat. I think he was a baker on the ship.
Oh, that's awesome.
Beast.
Total fucking animal.
Fat guy made it.
I've been also thinking about captains going down with the ship a lot.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's kind of tight.
Yeah.
Dude, do they still hold it down like that?
I don't know.
That's shameful if they don't still go down with the ship.
Yeah, you should.
It's really funny too. Like,
Indianapolis, bro, killed himself.
did he?
Captain.
It has been making me laugh about how like dudes will just die unnecessarily. Just be like, I have to. It's a rule.
That's the code.
I have to go down with
Yeah.
the ship. It's like, dude, no, you
I have
don't.
no honor. I'd be like, I'm the first one off this. Second that thing.
Dudes get weird on the ocean though. It becomes like this whole weird thing where it's like I have
Yeah.
to. This thing was built shittily, and now I have to just sink with it. It's
Yeah, I
like,
killed everybody. That's
yeah.
how the Indianapolis guy killed himself years later.
Oh, what?
Didn't go down with the ship, and then he shot himself in his front yard.
Whoa!
He laid down and blew his head off in his front yard in Connecticut, I think.
Fuck.
Pretty
Was
sick.
it fall? That'd be nice if it was fall.
It would be nice if it was fall.
I'm just saying, yeah.
Yeah, little autumn leaves.
Bed of crunchy leaves.
Yeah, that's enough.
Can't stop thinking about the ship.
Can't
What
stop.
happened with the Indianapolis?
That was the one with all the sharks.
Oh
They
God.
didn't get captured for or rescued for 3 days because there was like a clerical error on which port the ship was docked in.
What did he crash into?
Japanese submarine torpedoed it.
Oh shit.
Yeah. They were dropping off
Rude.
the shit. Yeah, it was very fucking rude. And then they even brought the fucking guy into for the hearings.
Japanese
It was
guy?
after the wars because they court-martialed him. He was the only captain who ever lost a ship that got court-martialed. They're like, you should have been zigzagging.
Oh, they didn't get the Japanese fella and they say, hey,
And they
what-
brought him in, and they brought in the Japanese submarine guy that was like, there's nothing he could do. I had him.
Oh.
And it was actually the guy was trying to help the captain. He
They're
was
giving
like,
him grief.
They were saying the captain should have been zigzagging.
Yeah. He was like, nah,
you're-
bro.
He was told there were no submarines, so he was just sailing straight.
How many guys died?
I think like 900 or 600 out of
Oh,
like 11. I
God.
think
And
it
they
was like
brought him in. They're like,
1100.
you fucked up.
And they're like, it's all your fault. And then the guy was still getting letters
Who
from
the fuck sent him out there?
it was his job to. I mean, he got the Japanese pretty bad. He dropped off the nukes, so it was like a secret mission. Yeah. But those boys got it bad. They all got eaten by sharks for 3 days. It's the worst. It's the scariest, worst thing ever.
Yeah. I mean, dude.
Oh, think about nights. I mean, it'd be nice to not be getting sunburned at nighttime. But
Yeah, right. You'd want sunburn, dude. The cold ass fucking water. Oh, I'm thinking about the
no,
Titanic.
it was in the Pacific,
Oh yeah, sharks
hot.
are in warm water.
and it was.
You'd want some cold water then. I'm getting my shipwrecks
I
confused.
think they got cold though because they were sunburned.
Oh god.
So at night they'd all be
Oh,
freezing.
fuck,
I mean, it's
you
the
get the
worst thing
chills.
that's ever happened.
Yeah, sunburn's the least you're concerned. I mean, it still sucks.
Out of 900, 316 survived.
So yeah, 600.
600 perished, bro.
Yeah. I think a lot of them died. Was it 900 that went into the water?
900 that went in the water, and 150 they're saying were eaten alive by sharks.
What happened to the other guys? Just drowned up.
Yeah, you consumed. They would like drink salt water.
Yeah.
They would just, they went insane. It was,
Well, you get thirstier. Yeah, you get thirstier.
There's a book on, and you literally, it causes you to go insane. It does something to your brain that makes you like hallucinate. Totally, like guys would start talking to people, swim off by themselves.
Jack Sparrow.
Scary stuff, dude.
Whoa.
Yeah, Davy Jones' Locker, they all went.
So he drinks the salt water. I know. There's that famous saying. It's like they say fame and fortune's like salt water. The more you drink, the more you want, the thirstier you get. Pretty good. By Schopenhauer.
Schopenhauer said that.
He slammed. His life is so funny, dude. He tried his best his whole life, and then everyone was like, "Fuck you." And then one day he was like 70. People were like, "Yo, this is a cool book," and then he died. He just
That's
died.
why he was fucking talking shit on fame. He's like, actually, I don't even want it.
I know.
Shut up,
I know.
dork.
That's why I had to put it in full context.
Yeah, that's very funny.
He was the guy who like was
He's
like
an all comic, dude.
Dude, they fucking let him. He kind of is, and then they let him teach at a university, and he was like, "Finally, I'm gonna fucking."
Was he the guy? Weren't you telling me about him?
I did. I think I did.
What was he doing? What was he writing about? Like women?
Yeah, he was writing about how like you're just being parroted by this. He called it the will. It's like your body has this total overpowering will to survive and procreate, and how like your nature tricks you into thinking you like women, but they fucking stink. It was, dude, he was nasty about women.
See, I don't even, again, every time I hear one of these philosophies, I'm just like, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't need to write that down. I just know it. Like, I know all of that.
He was saying like there's just like this urge is living through you, and it's just, he's like, we're all totally helpless, and the only break you can get from it is like by admiring a beautiful piece of art. He's like, that's the man's salvation, is to like look at a cool thing and be like, fuck yeah, basically. Like, that's fucking sick. And then he wrote a whole thing about how the one thing I'll give him though, that was fuck yeah, dude. the one thing I will give him that I thought was actually kind of a keen observation, which again, it's like, could be totally wrong. I just thought it was really funny. He said this was how men typically don't quarrel unless they're within the same field. He was like, dudes, if like one guy does like, one guy's a carpenter and another guy's a politician, the politician's not really going to beef with the carpenters. They have nothing to beef about. He's like, women all fight each other because they're all essentially a part of the same field, which is finding dominant alpha men and fucking linking up to them for resources and like using sexual attractiveness to like entice the most powerful men possible. And it's like they're all part of the same job.
Yeah.
It was like, damn, bro. Chill, dude.
Chill, bro. You're getting too close to the truth.
Chill.
You're being Socrates right now.
That was kind of funny.
The truth.
He hated ladies. He lived. I think he lived
with his mom or something.
He lived by himself with like a cat or a cat or like a dog, and it was him and a cat. And then he went to.
What was his origin story? I swear to God, you said something about his mom threw him down the steps.
Oh no, that was fuck. That was
a different guy that hated women that wrote books.
Yeah, that was fucking fuck. What's this guy's name? Not Thoreau. It was Jean-Jacques Rousseau.
Beast.
He like his mom threw him down the steps, and then his dad got maybe Schopenhauer's mom did. He saw his dad was dead. That's what it was. That was sorry. They both had terrible fucking origin stories. The one guy's dad got like the mom died, and the dad just got kicked out of the country. He was like, what the fuck? He was just an orphan right away. Because the dad was just like, I'm not wrong about this. And they're like, get the fuck out of Belgium. Or wherever the fuck he was in. He was just an orphan. But yeah, I think his mom, like his dad drowned himself in the docks. His dad was like a merchant. He went belly up on a business venture and just drowned. And then he like went to his mom, and his mom just kicked him down the steps. And was like, you're a fucking pussy, dude. And he was like, I'll show you guys.
Yeah, there's another reason not to kill yourself is like losing money. I don't know.
Oh, dude, no.
I never understood it.
Not at all. You can't do it.
Jumping off buildings during the stock market crash.
Yeah, dude.
Ride it out, dude.
I would at least experience no money life.
Yeah.
You might like it.
And then you're going to see World War II if you don't do it.
True.
You're going to see some wild shit in the next few years.
Oh, the boom is coming.
Yeah.
Dude, I've told you, I've been wiped out like totally financially multiple times. It's like, dude, it's kind of chill.
Yeah.
You're kind of like, all right, well, fuck.
I've been hit with $0 several times.
What's up with the bus? Let me check into this. Let me see what's up with this
kind
thing.
of a nice time.
Dude, the bus is air
conditioning. You don't even have to
conditioning.
do anything.
The bus is AC. I used to sit on the bus and be like, whoa, they're cranking the AC. And I'd be like, I was rebuilding my empire brick by brick, dude.
You need to rebuild the empire.
Just riding the bus with my fucking quarter pound of weed, like, I'll be back. Yeah. Fuck, I should have vacuum sealed this. This really fucking stinks. Dude, I would get onto public transportation and like move my bag, and everyone would be like, what the fuck? And I'd be like, dude, it was the funniest thing seeing either the L, like the little subway, I would hit my bag a certain way, and you dudes would be like, what the fuck? And you see black dudes freak out on the
Yeah.
fucking trying to locate the quap. They'd be like, what the
There's
fuck?
no way it's that
God
white
damn,
boy.
someone loud as hell. And he just had to sit there and just like, it's not me. It's not me.
It's not me.
Yeah, watching black dudes spaz on the loud was it was one of the funniest things in the world.
That is nice.
I'd be like, all right, these jars should
Getting them
work.
fired up.
Dude, it was just, or just like in a fucking gallon-sized bag. The quap's in a gallon-sized bag.
It's so loud.
Dude, it would stink
It
up.
goes right through a fucking
And when you
glass.
have weed in a bag and you move the bag, it just goes whoosh, and the smell just permeates, and everyone just goes, God damn.
Yeah, it is fun to smell weed in public.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Especially when it fucking reeks. Dude,
Yeah.
it's one thing to have like a quarter ounce of weed in your pocket. I've stanked the bar out with some skunk like that. But when you bring the quap in public, dude, people, because it's so much, the smell's like, because you're going, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This is so much weed. It'll come out of your house. If you have enough, it'll come out of your house
Yeah.
and hit like your front steps. And people are going, what the fuck?
Then you got to tell them, I'm rebuilding my empire.
I'm rebuilding my empire. I lost all my fucking money.
Yeah.
Postal police took all my fucking money. Now I have nothing. Now I got to bring the quaps on the bus, dude. Thank God the plug's like kind enough to front me, dude. I bring the quaps on the bus.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, there's something. After like the third time I got like wiped out, like their second, I forget which one it was. I remember just being like,
Yeah, this happens.
yeah, you start with, like I just would like do physical labor. That's dude, I for real, I always say it. I want to start doing that like once a month. Just please just let me work with like a carpenter and just hand them wood for like a day. It's very like relaxing mentally.
Yeah.
When you do it every day, it kind of ruins your body and shit. But like that was one of my favorite things when I'd fall from my fucking thing and all of a sudden I'd have to just
Have
be
to get a job.
back to the construction site.
Yeah.
And just those days I'd be like, this feels good, man. Just using my body. No one's after me, dude. This is great.
That's way better than the life, dude.
Dude, I'm telling
You
you.
were caught up in the game.
I was, bro.
And then you get to work, just have a regular job.
You appreciate it. You're like, this is kind of nice. And then obviously I'd be like, I got to get out.
I could do more. I could make more money. Don't have to fucking work. Yeah.
Yeah. But dude, I'll tell you this, man. This is weird. So I've started to do this to Brittany too. I've been trigger warning her, like, yo, this is like weird.
I appreciate it.
You might this might not be your thing.
I appreciate it.
Brittany, I go, you might spaz. I'm giving her news that might spaz her now. I started going, look, you might spaz right now. Just prepare.
Yeah.
Dude, and I based it off of I watched that interview. You didn't watch it. I sent you the one with Robert Sapolsky.
No, I did not.
Dude, you would love this guy. He said literally there's no free will. Zero free will at all.
Nice.
It was kind of, dude, and it's like, again, I have questions for him, but it's his whole argument is like, we should treat people, like criminals especially, like broken machines. Because they're like, oh, well, if you don't, he was like, we need to stop moralizing. If someone gets in trouble for something, like obviously we can take them out of society, but like, you don't have to like spit in the street. Like it's like medieval to be like, he's bad. It's like, that's a broken, it's like, if you have cars that like the brakes don't work, you just remove them from the street. You do the same thing with people. It's like, that's just a broken machine. Take them off the street. And but his whole point was like, he has no free will. He was just going to do that.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, I don't know. But I don't know where the hell I was going with that. I heard from the lecture, he was saying if you give a mouse like a shock, if it can like kind of know, if you give it like a warning bell, the shock's coming, it produces way less cortisol. It gets like way less spazzed out. But if you give the mouse no warning to the shock, or there's a shock coming, it completely freaks. So that's what I started doing. If I have a subject that's going to be, I think, potentially explosive with my wife, I give her the light. I say, look, here comes something. Bro, It fucking works, man. It's based on deep genetics, dude.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Dude, he was saying like our
It goes back to the Dwight Howard thing. It's like if you know he's coming, it's a lot better than like if he breaks in to a family party and gets you.
Dude, this guy Sapolsky was saying our nervous systems are like archaic. Like, dude, he's like, they're like as old as like shrimp floating in the ocean. And we're taking on this insane, complicated world with a nervous system that's designed to just like be laying in just like a protozoic soup.
Yeah.
He's like, our nervous system it's like a lizard best case, new case scenario. And then, the primate, like the prefrontal cortex. But he's like, the guts of our nervous system, dude, you know about the PCF, bro.
I know you do.
But dude, he was like, the guts of our nervous system that's controlling his whole point was like a huge portion of what's controlling our behavior is a utterly archaic and prehistoric like connections of nerves and stuff that are responding to just like displeasure and pleasure. And he's like, I've been studying this my whole life. And he's like, it has most people in its total grips. And like, even if you can consciously like interact with it, he was just like, it's completely fucking frying people nonstop.
Yeah.
It was a good interview. He built, and I was like, I'm very disinclined to hear him out on no free will.
Yeah, it's a bummer when you really think about it.
Yeah, especially coming from me, I'm like basically an idealist. The universe is conscious. So I'm like, you're telling me there's no free will. These are basically flight words.
The sun's conscious.
I think it's just here's my dude. I've said it a million times, dude. If you're telling me I'm purely material, bag of water, electricity, cells, nothing more, but I produce consciousness, how would the universe not produce consciousness with all of its water, cells, electricity, heat?
Okay. So you mean
The consciousness is the leading fucking materialists. Their theory is that consciousness is emergent from physical phenomena. Physical phenomena is the primary phenomena, then consciousness is a secondary thing that just arises off of physical processes that we have an illusion is like a real thing. It's just like a byproduct that we just kind of like navigate and think about. That's what the emergentists would say. The idealists and the panpsychics would be like, no, dude, consciousness predates, which also sets up the thing of the universe itself, because you can't imagine the ends of the universe.
Yeah.
It is set up more like a dream than anything else. Because if the universe ends, it can't end. It literally can't, because then what's on the other side is more universe. So it is set up more. It does make sense that it's
okay. So you're saying the sun is a component within a thing that could have consciousness.
a larger network, like
not
a
the
synapse.
sun by itself thinking.
To my knowledge, no.
Yeah.
But then they can say there's like no real cutoff between like a dog's not conscious, but it's like not totally unconscious.
Yeah.
So they're saying like it's hard to delineate. Like there's human consciousness, and they're like there's gradients all the way down to an atom of like it's doing something.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily like it'll respond to a stimuli, therefore it's technically conscious. So, but I don't know where. Oh, my large. This is fucked up. I'm telling you, stop me, dude. For real, just stop.
No,
me.
this is.
So if you think about it, so you get the materialists and they say, okay, it's just you're purely physical creation, whatever, blah 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 blah. You're made of just physical components. But the weird thing is, and it goes back to like being nice and being kind to people, it's literally good for your physical constitution. If you get angry, your physical materials break. Like your DNA over time starts to degrade. So if you're purely a physical thing, you do respond to like religious teachings on a material level. Because which leads you to believe the universe was truly designed with that in mind. Because it's like, how would that come into factor? If it was a purely physical material thing of just like balls slinging around a thing, like how would they respond to such a thing like kindness? To the point where like literally your DNA will disintegrate over time. It'll just start unraveling and become damaged. Pretty nuts.
How do they know that your DNA will come?
Oh, if you're like in a state of stress and anger, it just like degrades you physically on like a genetic level. Like it fucks your like brain up. Even if your mom
stress, yeah.
Even if your mom is stressed.
But DNA unraveling is.
I swear to God, I think it creates DNA damage. All kinds of things damage your DNA.
Okay.
Like the strength of your DNA, blah blah blah. And they can even like that's what like epigenetics is. Like it can damage your DNA to the point where like your kids have like a changed DNA from a thing you were doing.
So like past trauma,
smoking, shit like that.
Yeah.
They're saying if you're like smoking a lot, you can hand epigenetic changes to your kids. Famine, potato famine had epigenetic implications. That's why I have a gluten allergy. It's fucking bullshit. But yeah, that was my whole spaz out. It's like, damn, dude. So if we're purely material beings that just somehow stumbled upon the great religious teachings of the world, and then those religious teachings line up with how to kind of keep material, what you are, together. Ideally, I'm like, that's fucking nuts.
National Institutes of Health.gov says chronic stress and stress hormones may cause significant DNA damage.
Dude, it like just melts you. And then what happens if you're a pregnant wife and you're being stressed, like chronically carrying a child, it like dictates the size of your kid's brain.
Yeah.
Like the kid his brain will only be so big. Statistically, I'm sure there's outliers.
I think to go back to the thing you said about what was it about how did we physically stumble upon the teachings?
Mentally, yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's chicken and the egg type. Like you're putting the cart before the horse. Maybe people started telling these stories and realized it made people feel good, and then we're like, oh, I'll just keep telling these stories.
Could be.
It could be a natural just instinct to be like, oh,
Could
this
be.
feels good.
It could be. It also probably feels good to just fucking eat a person and like fuck them.
I don't think that feels good.
It's probably kind of nice.
Some guys
If you
like
and
it.
all your boys,
Some guys like it.
I'm telling you, if we were Vikings, I mean, we're out of this PC context. We're Vikings. We got that green light, dude, to just go, just slap people, cut them up, and take all of their shit. That would also feel pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
From a nature, like the way nature's designed, that makes more sense. It's very bizarre to be within this context of like being eating things, surviving, and then being like, be chill. It's an alien message from the rest. It's completely alien to the rest of nature. And then you're on a material level, your body's like,
Yeah.
nice. It's just weird. That's all. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
It pumps me up. I think about that. I go, fuck yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's cool.
Fuck yeah, we got the message. It's so tight.
is
I
sick.
can't stop thinking about the good words.
It is. You're thinking about the gospel. You're thinking about the good news.
The good news.
We do have the good news.
It is cool. That DNA damage shit fucks me up though. Like the stress. Because I do it all the time. I just, for no reason, I sit there and I'm like, it's fucking bullshit.
What was
bro.
the guy's name for the free will?
Sapolsky. Robert. He was, I think he was like an MIT guy. He taught biology at MIT. He does like, he's the fucking man. But he's now, his big kick is he wrote a book basically being like, there's no free will, get over it. And he's like, people don't like
So
me.
what if free will, because we experience time linearly, right?
Speak for yourself.
No, yeah. You might be documented.
Damn.
For sure.
Yeah.
Right? So if you're like a god in the 5th or 6th dimension, you experience time different. So what if we did choose everything, but God just saw us choose everything all at once and we're just living that out now? And now the only true free will we have is how we feel about the choices we already made.
I lost it. I lost the thread. I was like, damn, I chose the FAP so many times all at once. As soon as I was being a nucleus, I was like, 50,000 times.
Yeah.
FAP 50,000 times. Yeah, I don't know. That's
a good one.
a fair theory. That's a fair theory. But yeah, that just pumps me up. That's just my little happy. It's called a tonic thought. You have to have tonic thoughts. You have stressful thoughts and you need tonic thoughts to go like, I'm just a collection of particles that just fucking vibe with peace. And I go, nice. It's cool.
It is cool.
You need a tonic thought, dude.
I have tonic thoughts.
What's your tonic thought?
I go, this is nice.
Hell yeah, dude. For real, dude. That's it.
It's nice.
It's that simple.
I know.
This is not. I've for real been learning this like lately.
Really?
Of just yeah, dude. I'm tortured.
This is the most
I'm tortured.
simple shit.
I'm so tortured, dude.
Why are you so tortured?
I don't know. I wake up and I have to like every day. I'm like, I have to do something. If I don't do something, I'm like,
I think that's okay though. It's good to do stuff like that.
yeah. But you have to chill. That was the thing. I couldn't chill. If I sat down to like enjoy a thing or like go somewhere, it's just like internally, I'm just fucking foot tapping, just being like, yeah, but I need to do that. It's fucked up. So I'm just learning.
A lot of people have that.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of people are like that.
But then it's what happens is it spins into like, then the years go by and you start going, oh, I haven't fucking done anything.
Yeah, the years go by.
And then you start going, what the fuck am I fucking? And then you start spazzing out. It's like, it's not good.
Yeah.
But if I just do like one thing every day that I like, that like I'm happy with, I'm like, it goes away. But what happens is I'd have a toxic combination of like not doing anything and then being like, I need to do so much fucking shit.
I mean, I get it. If you're not doing anything, it feels bad to keep not doing shit and not succeeding and just sitting there. Sitting there and not succeeding blows.
Yeah.
That really sucks.
It does.
And it just spurs you to sit there longer.
True.
You go, fuck, everything sucks. I'm not doing anything I want to do. I'm just going to keep sitting here.
Yeah.
And then that feeds into, that happens.
Yeah. Or even you get into the states of just like, there's not even words. You're just bodies on this program where it's just like threat, bad. I used to go into rooms when especially like I'd go to like, not even just with stand-up, but stand-up was the most pronounced, where I'd go into a green room and I'd be like, this room's wrong. Just in my head, I'd go, this is wrong.
Yeah.
This room's wrong. I shouldn't be in this room. And it was like anywhere I went, anywhere I lived, I'd be like, this place is wrong.
That's a good thing.
True. It was wrong. The places were wrong.
Yeah.
You were absolutely right.
It's a good thing to like.
The apartments I were in were wrong.
They were wrong.
They were wrong, dude.
And
they were shameful.
If you felt like you weren't doing well or whatever.
No, it's actually, it makes more, no, you know what? That makes perfect sense. I was in apartments with just like
idiots.
Large amounts of drugs.
Yeah.
Something's off.
Yeah, I'm bad. Everybody that knows me would be disappointed in what I'm doing.
You're right.
Yeah, of course.
It's so simple.
It's the most simple.
I was like, dude, it's probably just a past life experience.
No, it's your current life.
I had the quap, dude.
Yeah. There's no.
I've been trying to figure that out for years. I'm like, why did I always think things were wrong around
They
this?
were.
They were truly wrong.
Yeah.
I was on the verge of like deeply disappointing my entire
Everybody.
family every day.
Everyone you love would be like, fucking.
Well, there you go. There you have it.
It's right there.
It's so obvious.
I don't believe in other dimensions, dude. Fuck other dimensions.
True.
I'm done with the other dimension talk.
Look, I
You
don't.
brought it in too. No more.
What's
fucking
other dimension? When did I talk about other dimensions?
You didn't. He brought up.
I didn't talk other dimensions.
You didn't bring up dimensions.
I'm
this
just talking
time.
about this plane.
Let's talk about this. We got enough going on this fucking.
We
dimension.
do. We
We got
truly
to figure out
do.
this plane.
We truly do.
Then we can worry about gods in the fifth dimension.
I don't like multiverse talk either.
I don't like multiverse. I don't like.
I don't like that shit, bro. Multiverse. It's like that's still just the universe. You can slice it up into 5 parts.
Yeah.
It's the universe.
And why would I waste my time figuring out if time's linear or not? It's like it's linear for me.
Yeah.
Even if I found out it wasn't linear for some other fucking entity,
Time's a byproduct.
it doesn't
of us,
make a difference.
It's us spinning around. Because if you go into deep space, you're not having Earth days. You're just. I mean, maybe we would because we're from Earth.
Well, yeah,
like,
if you're talking about literally hours, but
yeah.
you're
Stuff happening.
It's
planets
still a
exploding.
time. I'm not talking about like
Shit, I didn't think about that. Stars exploding and shit. Fuck.
stars explode.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
You're
I
gonna
don't know if I
deny
believe those fuckers.
star explosions?
No, I believe the stars supernovaing.
Who's your go-to space guy?
No one.
I like Machu Picchu. Who's that one guy? Machu Picchu.
That's a place.
Michio Kaku.
Michio Kaku. He's my go-to. He's the least flashy space guy.
Oh, the Japanese dude?
Yeah, he might be
the long haired Japanese dude.
Yes,
Doesn't he have
that's my
long hair?
go-to space
He's
guy.
a good dude.
I'll let him break it down for me.
I'm with the Greek alien guy.
Oh, Sukalokos?
Sukalokos. He's the best.
True.
He finds one cave drawing that looks like a ship, and he's like, "That's a ship, dude. You can't tell me
He
otherwise."
got paid off that too.
Fuck yeah, that was
Being like-
riveting stuff.
You see that fucking Mayan dude? Ancient aliens are fucking.
What's going on with those pyramids in Antarctica, dude?
I didn't see those. Snow pyramids?
Allegedly, there's something down there they don't want us to know about,
Where?
or it's
They're
freezing and no
huge.
one can go there. It's one of the two, or it gets down to minus 150, and it's hard to build things down there. It's one of those two things.
Yeah, but
Maybe there's a secret civilization there.
again, that is a power move, dude. It's like you just lost all your money gambling. You go to your son and you say, "Never mind what happened to me. Do you know what the fuck's going on in the North
There's
Pole?"
a face in the snow in
They're
Antarctica.
fucking not telling us about it. And I'm sick of it.
Yeah, they're not telling us what's going on up there.
Don't go to
or
college.
down
Here's
there.
the thing: you're not going to college. Learn all that fucking bullshit.
Yeah,
Don't worry about what happens to your college.
don't
fund.
even worry about it.
I got to pick an enemy. I don't have an enemy for my household. I don't have like a outright out and out enemy. I got to pick one. I got them, man, or else we'll turn on each other.
What's that?
I got to pick an enemy, like a common enemy for my entire household, or else we'll turn on each other.
Pick a neighbor. Start a fight. Do something petty to a neighbor.
Yeah, that's nice.
Get like a tree and have it grow into there.
Oh, that's good. It's a safe one.
Yeah.
Or I'll just accuse them of like looking into our bedroom window one day. Like,
Yeah,
"God,
just
what
knock on the door."
Could you guys not? I see you guys at night like looking into my window. They're like, what the hell are you
You're
talking-
watching me bathe.
Stop watching me bathe. Stop watching
Every
me
time I
shower.
take a bath, your fucking pervert kid climbs over and stares at me. Find the one with like a 12-year-old son. Accuse him of being a peeping Tom. Now you've got a war.
True.
Yeah.
That's actually not a bad idea.
Or go trick or treating tomorrow. Just fuck the whole neighborhood up.
Let's go what?
Be like trick or treat. And if they go,
What the fuck
they
do
go,
you mean
"Ha,
you don't
ha,
have any
ha."
candy?
yeah, go
Or
nuts
the
on 'em.
power move would be doing it like the day before the day after. Make we trick or treat the day of. We trick
Yeah.
or treat the day after.
I think the power move is trick or treating in November. And just going, this is,
Thanksgiving trick or meat would be nice.
give us some meat.
Trick or
People
meat.
will do it.
Trick or meat would be nice. dude.
Almost every single family you run into would be like,
Trick or meat? Trick or meat. And you just
yeah,
get-
we have some ham in a Ziploc bag.
dude, that would be nice.
You could gather leftovers.
That would be trick or meat, yo, dude. That would
Or
be
go Christmas
nice.
caroling and sing like hardcore rap. Scream the N-word during your Christmas carols.
X gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
Felicia, Satisha.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Now we're talking. Now we're finding enemies.
True.
You provoked it, but now You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
This is like a October 7th type thing. You did provoke it, but then maybe they have been dicks in the past.
True. I mean,
Now-
anyone who's
now
not
you've
down
got
with
some
trick or
attention
meet,
on it.
anyone who's not down with trick or meet,
Trick or meet's
bullshit.
fucking nice.
Dress up like pilgrims and just fucking take over people's houses.
Yeah. As soon as they give you food, shoot them with a musket. You go, thank you.
That'd be tough.
Yeah. All right.
Dude, we've potted into the night.
We've potted.
It's fucking dark.
You were going wild on that.
Sorry, bro. I've been thinking.
No,
I had
no.
to get that stuff off my chest.
I
It's been
appreciate
eating-
it.
It's been eating at me. Although
appreciate it.
that's been a revelation for me. The fucking dude, I'm telling you, it's eat me alive. I'd be in place. I'm like, this place is wrong. This place is fucked
Yeah,
up.
it's not the place. I mean, it is the place.
You know, it was an internal process.
It's you, yeah.
It was an internal process that needed
It's
to be
you fucking up
transcended and included.
and then going, it's actually this room.
Dude, for real. Dude, it's like the walls aren't really straight in here.
Yeah. It's every ghost hunter. They go, something's wrong here. It's like, yeah, you're a 48-year-old ghost hunter. You're the problem. Oh, man.
Your girlfriend believes you.
Yeah, you tricked a dog. She's
that's-
also like, I feel it too.
Yeah, true.
It's like, yeah,
that's not
you're
her
with
fault.
another
She
guy.
has no free will. Maybe girls have no free will, and guys have like a little bit, dude.
I can concede that.
Sapolsky, I was like, no, and I started watching it, and I was like, you bring up decent points.
I've been
maybe
on
less
that.
than you. Maybe it's less than people think.
I've been on that no free will kick for a while.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was pumped. I sent it.
Everything we do is instinct. Everything we say, the reason we said it was an instinct.
And there's like he's arguing there's predetermined, almost biological factors that do have to do with stress and all this stuff. That where it's like, yeah, you wouldn't have done this. And then he's like, yeah, there's going to be outliers, but by and large, he's like, if your setup was X, you'll most likely X. Although, dude, how the fuck did I bust out of the Matrix then, dude?
You did?
How the fuck did I bust? Yeah, I totally busted out of the Matrix.
How'd you bust out of the Matrix?
Out of the fucking Matrix.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It was fucking like Matrix, dude.
What do you wait? Tell me. How'd you bust out?
You have the 9 to 5 job is the Matrix.
Oh,
9 to 5 job is the Matrix.
if that's the Matrix, yes.
Although this could just be a deeper, more hellish pool that we're laying in, or hellish more tank.
No, it's not. It's way better, but
I
it's also a part of the. It's part of the. Yeah,
True. I know. I think
part of the
we're
Matrix.
fucking. I think we're the fucking
yeah.
in the wet subway tunnels.
We're helping people get through the Matrix.
True.
Someone's in the Matrix right now.
True. Although it's, dude, I'm telling
Also,
you,
the
man,
Matrix kind of fucking rules, dude. I liked having a job.
dude, I'm telling you, the older I get, I'm going, bro.
Yeah.
It is not that scary of a thought to be like, all right, bro, monster.com. I'll go sit in an office and talk to people for 8 hours and fuck around and like
Yeah.
check deliveries, man.
Yeah.
Like for real, it's not that bad. When people are like, there's so much more I could be doing. It's like, not really, dude. Like,
Yeah.
you can work on that shit in your free time
You'd
at
be
nighttime.
surprised.
But like,
you get pretty
bro,
numb to cool things.
I'm telling you, man, I get more and more. I get more and more. I'm telling you, I get
Yeah.
more and more just kind of like, yeah, man, it's fucking. And then there's no fucking, you can just be like, yeah, this is what it is. Especially when you're married, you can just be like, okay, yeah, bro, we need fucking $4,500 a month. You want it or I'll get it.
Yeah.
But you got to get this motherfucking money. So
And then you get to come home from work and enjoy a dinner and a TV, a nice show with your lady.
you earned it, bro.
And you go,
You earned it, bro. To
fucking busting my ass at that fucking
my dad hits the
dealership.
TV so hard, dude.
Yeah.
So I like it when I stayed there, when we visited, we were there and it was
It makes
like,
the TV so sweet.
dude, it was 11:30 p.m. He was up watching like some show about fucking like, it wasn't Yellowstone.
Doesn't he watch wild shit?
Yeah,
Doesn't your dad
it's
watch wild
dude,
shit?
it's gunfire. And he's like, his hearing's all fucked up. So it's just the loudest gunfire
Yeah.
into the night of him just like, you're like, what the fuck, dude? I'm trying to put my kids to sleep in your house.
There's horses being slaughtered.
Yeah, good. Yeah, just dude, horses falling over.
You do get to, yeah. That
He
was,
keeps my mom up till 11th. She tries to fall asleep and it's just horses rearing, guns falling. Then he lays down and goes the whole night.
yeah. He
Such
earned
a beast.
It.
He earned it, dude.
Earned it.
He earned it. He fucking eats ice cream. He has diabetes type 2. So he doesn't want to hear it. Crushes ice cream. Watches people shoot each other for 4 hours and just goes.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, I'm so proud. I hear that fucking just like
Snore is terrifying.
dude.
That snore is wild.
It's a
Phil
fucking.
hits it. It echoes through the house. You
It's
can hear
total
it in the
victory.
basement, dude.
It's
You can hear
total
it.
victory.
It's crazy.
It's total victory, dude.
My mom just late. She somehow you get used to it, I guess.
Yeah, you just take it. When they wake up, they live for the wake up going, Kev.
Yeah, that shove. I told you the one time my lady was she would spaz when she was sleeping. And I came in the bed and I was like, shut up. And I shoved her. She went, ow! I was like, oh fuck!
Oh, no.
I just jacked her up. My bad. All right. We gotta stop podding, dude. We're stuck in the matrix of podding.
We are stuck in the matrix.
We are in part 4, River of Darkness.
Lemaire's at the Dunks.
Lemaire's a TA. Lemaire's a TA I've been secretly sleeping with.
I couldn't stop thinking about munching Lemaire when we were talking.
You missed it. We were pointing like
Popping block, bro. It's pork belly.
The view. Not the view.
I'll BBQ him. So, yeah, sorry about last week. Obviously, it was spring break, Texas spring break. So I was traveling about.
Vacation.
Sorry about that. Dude, Sean and Nate were up my fucking ass. All Lemaire as well. Like, guys, we got to do the Patreon. Guys, we're on fucking spring break right now, right? Visiting my family. None of them wanted the podcast with me. What do you want me to do? All right. So, guys, we're in part 4 of River of Darkness. This is the final. This is the part 4 and the end of River of Dark. We're going to get to the very end of this. And I was worried this book was going to start getting just completely repetitive, where it's just like hungry, raid a village, hungry, raid a village. Some drama happens for sure in part 4, which I was like,
Let a drama.
we're going out at a pretty serious bang, which I kind of like. So, you know, and again, just to recap, obviously go back to the beginning. Go back to the beginning of Conquistadors so you can get the full scope. But whatever. So where we're coming back from is they battled the Amazons. They battled the babes. They found the what they think might be the Amazons, or these are just tall ladies who are the boss and no one knows. And they battled them. It was a brutal battle. So they're still floating down the Amazon being like, dude, when the fuck are we going to get to the ocean? Which, by the way, getting to the ocean, like, that was still a whole other danger. Like, that wasn't like, oh, we're at the ocean scot-free. That was like equally unfathomable that they could navigate the open sea in boats they built
back to home.
Or really Spanish settlements.
Oh, journey. Oh, I see.
But still, it was like they built these boats themselves. Imagine building anything yourself,
Taking it on the ocean.
navigating the Amazon, and then taking it on the ocean.
No, I'm
With people, by the way, they weren't shipbuilders, they weren't sailors either.
Yeah.
So either way, we'll get to all that. So
I'm just eating Lemaire. I'm giving up and
munching
eating
him, bro.
Yeah.
You're gonna eat his what?
No, I just said I'm giving up and munching him.
Oh, I thought you were gonna eat his butt.
That's what I thought. you said,
Eventually.
too.
I mean,
Eventually,
actually, we'd be
rump
fighting
roast.
over it, honestly.
Call it a rump roast.
Also, too, we're out there alone. I might take a go at that thing before I munch it. If he's dead, if it's just a dead butt, it's a torso, that's torso.
Skeet's not even here anymore.
Now we would pass his torso around for a while.
A Lamesh light.
Bro, we sold the Lamesh light. Can we pour the mold? It'd be so funny. That'd be so funny if you're just a guy listening to the podcast being like, "You fucking hate these guys." You pause, just take a crack at the Lamesh light. I can't quit you. I would rest my laptop on it.
Do the business on it.
Anyway, so where we left off, they had this big battle with the Amazons. As they're going down the Amazon, the societies they're interacting with and they have to raid for food are getting more and more complex and intricate and are putting up harder and harder fights. So they get away from a brutal fight, and as they get away from that, you know, they're raiding another village or whatever, and they happen upon this guy who's a trumpeter. So he's just blaring war trumpets, and they like. There's a lot of action. There's like the next chapter after that battle with the Amazon warriors and all that stuff, or, you know, supposed Amazon warriors, which again is where the Amazon River got its name from. They actually saw the babes and are like, yep, it's Amazon River. They snagged this guy who's a trumpeter. And so they're just like, they like learn how to communicate with this guy using Oriana's kind of phrase book. So they're able to like get some common ground linguistically with this guy. And they ask him like, "Yo, for real, what the fuck is up with these warrior babes?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, dude, it's real. Like, there's a whole female-led warrior society. They live inland. You kind of like, I guess you fought like the lowly Amazon babes. And again, like we said, they just will snag a guy, forced cream pie, and if it's a male baby, they either send it away or kill it. Apparently they're all ruled by this powerful queen, live in cities of stone, houses of stone.
It's the beehive.
It was the beehive. It's literally the beehive, dude. And they're taller, stronger, lighter skinned than the surrounding peoples. And to this day, nobody fucking knows. No one knows if it's true, if it's not true. Also, the Amazons originally were Greek women warriors who kind of suppressed their breast growth so they could fight. I mean, you got to think about it. Bow and arrow. If you have fat titties, what do you do?
Oh,
bang,
hit a titty.
Exactly.
That would hurt so bad.
So they were expecting these like they were going off it being like, this is definitely true. It's like based on the Greek myth, and they have these Greek women warriors, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But they note it in the book themselves. They're like the priest who would write everything down. The horny priest was like, these women did not fucking restrict their breasts. These are fat titty warriors.
Bitcoin.
So they just basically they have a whole. They were the same time. So they have. By the way, that guy just got arrested. By the way,
I saw that. Yeah, Joshua
Henderson.
Henderson. Remember the name?
Remember the name, bro? He got arrested. Didn't he get busted? Like
He got busted on like some. I don't want to. He was doing some sex crime type thing. I think it could have been some pedo play.
But he did it again?
It was a couple months ago.
Oh, man.
The mugshot hit the internet.
everyone's falling, bro. Watson's going back to jail.
Wes, I saw that too, but I don't know why.
Allegedly, but although there's definitely court documents supporting it, he beat his new wife.
Dang, man.
He just or his fiance.
Shit.
He's Shamuda. You ever watch John Bravo? Yo, dude, you have
John
to watch.
Bravo?
This piece of shit was beating his Shamuda. There's an Italian guy who's on all the alpha males' asses, bro, like exposing them.
Sharmuta is an Arab word, though. I thought for like
Whore.
Whore.
I
Yeah.
thought it was Italian.
Maybe it's
He said he made it. If it's Arab, he made it. It's now officially Italian, and he's
He
with his
appropriated.
Shamuda.
Sharmut.
Shamut. But yeah, there's this Italian dude who's on the alpha males' asses. Like
What's his name again?
John Bravo.
John Bravo.
He broke the dude. He's so funny. He broke the Wes Watson story. He's on Larry Wheels' ass. He broke the Larry files. And then with the Louis Theroux doc, dude, the manosphere is fucking crumbling. Although I know we're doing the history doc. I will say, I didn't like Louis Theroux's documentary. I was so excited for it. I don't think he dug deep enough, dude. You can't just do those interviews and go like, you can't say that. It's like, dude, let those guys. If you're gonna actually study these guys, get into the weeds with them. You got to let them just go. You can't be like, don't boss women around. It's like, come
There's
on.
a couple times those
dude.
guys made some good points too. You're like,
Obviously, that's why they fucking do big numbers.
it's like sometimes it's dumb as shit that you go, got one.
I just
Got a
wish
joke.
It's
he.
just a big telegram ad, pretty much.
Yeah.
Promoting all their telegrams.
Yeah, the telegrams. I mean, again, it was a cool. It's probably hard to wrangle those guys, obviously, but it was like just let them talk. Let them talk. I would have dragged them into deeper and deeper and deeper waters rather than being like, that's not true. It's
Yeah.
like, come on, man.
Yeah, it was kind of tough seeing because I hadn't seen a Louis thing like that where he was also being filmed in that way and live streamed the entire time. And I love Louis Theroux's documentaries.
So do
but
I. He's great.
It did feel like this one didn't hit as hard as
It
the
felt
past
more like a
ones.
Vice kind of like you have a guy comes down, he's like, "What are you guys doing?"
Yeah.
kind of shit. I wasn't a fan. And I do like all of his other stuff, but I get it. They're live streaming him, and then the punch machine going gay, which I would probably get a little
They're memeing him the
antagonist.
whole time.
Yeah, that would fucking kind of chat my ass.
Yeah.
But it still would have, I think, made his point better, which obviously he's against it. Fair enough. It would have made his point better if he let them go more in depth. Because once you that's one of those like, if you scratch the surface of those philosophies, they become so insanely like they can't stay together. But it's rather than being like that's not true. It's like you're just now you're caught in their crossfire.
He pulled a weasel move trying to like talk to that guy's wife in front of him. No, it'd be like, is she cool with this
she's
second
like
babe?
this. She's like this.
She's left him since though. I don't know if they said that in the documentary.
No,
they
they
did.
Oh, I didn't see
They
it.
did.
I saw a viral video of her speaking about. She was nice about
Damn, she looks so
One-way
happy.
monogamy?
Yeah, I thought.
One-sided monogamy is the truth, brothers.
Yeah, I'm on that side.
Bro, if a woman has sex with a guy, her DNA stays in there, or the DNA stays and it affects the child. That is not true. Anyway, speaking of the manosphere, this is a real manosphere. By the way, if you're really going to be a true alpha male, they're the guys, the true, bold capital, whatever, top G's, manosphere guys. They're the dudes that like savagely beat their wives and lock them. That's the real manosphere.
Yeah.
Being like, I don't take shit from my wife. She's a virgin. If she looks at a guy, it's like you guys are edging with just being guys that beat your wife. That's the whole thing.
True.
That's the top of that.
Yeah.
Other than being like, no, she does what I say because she respects me. It's like, yeah, I
She's
guess.
terrified of you, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's like how that really works. Anyway, so because I would have been like, bro, yeah, you could have really got those guys and been like, what about a little shove, man? If she's acting, then it's like, why not?
Yeah, that's interesting.
I would. It could have, would have, should have. I don't want to be like, oh, I could have done it better. I don't know if I could have wrangled those guys either.
Yeah, they were prickly characters.
They're prickly characters.
But it did seem like he was just kind of touching on a bunch of different stuff and not kind of finishing any of the points.
No, it was like they had bad relationships with their dad. It's like, okay, yeah, obviously. That was like the big
but
analysis.
he doesn't even sort of like, I don't know. I don't want to talk bad about Louis either.
I like his stuff.
Yeah.
I like his stuff. I think he needs a part to it. And it's like,
Yeah,
bro, you got to go pause deeper. And, so anyway, we're back to the River Dog. Sorry about that. I had to get that out, bro. I missed a week of podding with you guys. I'm all backed up.
Yeah.
What do you say?
He needed the Tate interview.
That's hard to
Yeah.
get.
Tate wanted some money.
Yeah.
And he said no, apparently.
Stop G shit right there.
Yeah.
So anyway, Oriana, like we said, sorry for the digression. Oriana and his guys are just, recovering. They're like, fuck, we need to find, we don't know what's up with these women warriors, but we got to get the fuck out of here. So they're just lulling down the river, hoping they're done with the fighting, because all they want now is just some peace and quiet, so they can just kind of like chill and rape and pillage or whatever in peace.
The cool chill stuff.
Yeah. So as they go on, they encounter a new group, and there's just like every time they get like several hundred miles, it's like different guys, and right off the bat, these guys are feisty as hell because they're seeing them from a distance. Like, you think these guys will be chill? They get closer. These guys were covered in just complete black soot. So they come up to just like literally just dudes in blackface. They weren't black guys. These were just like, Josh's complexion, probably a little more tan, obviously, and just covered in blackface, screaming at them. And they actually called. So right away they bring the fight. They come right at them like and so the Spaniards hit them with the crossbows and muskets.
Yeah, that shit sounded like a horror movie.
Just out of nowhere, they're like, "Please let these guys be chill." And it's like, "Oh great, guys that painted themselves black, screaming at us, not chill at all." So they fucking they hit him with some crossbows and muskets. The dudes fall back a little bit, just kind of sussing them out. And then Oriana, obviously the place naming genius, names it the place of the black men. It's just a funny warning. Be like, guys, there's black guys here. Hey, just they got black guys down here. Anyway, so the trumpeter is still with him at this point, the guy that they took prisoner, and he's like, oh, dude, the guy who like rules these guys, his name is Arapuna. By the way, these guys, we're getting to the territory where like these are like guys who eat guys. These are like human flesh eating guys. Damn. So, so he's like, also some of those dudes from Diego de Ordaz's mission when they shipwrecked.
Yeah.
Some of them white boys living here. In the place of the black guys. So he's like, you got the white boys here too.
They were in Atlanta. The place of the black guys that eat other men. I was thinking of that the whole time. I kept chuckling to myself.
It's funny that Atlanta is like
It's the gay capital.
so gay.
It's the gay
It's
black
like the
capital.
gay black capital. But like how? Why and why?
I have no idea how it happened. It just happened.
It's gotta be Bravo. The Bravo channel's big in Atlanta as well.
And it just blew it up. It's like, that's how I'll be
Because
famous.
there's the fashion queens.
Yeah.
You guys are bringing me back to my first marriage. There's the fashion queens. They're the two like premier gay black Atlanta guys.
Yeah.
Got
If
it
I
in
know
Bravo
them.
channel, man. I don't know what the hell it is. It is funny because Atlanta is like a city of like black greatness.
but also super gay.
So gay. New York's, is New York like that? New York's pretty gay.
I'm sure if you looked up the numbers, New York would have more gays, but that's just
Yeah, and any cosmopolitan area,
A lot of gay people.
yeah, they're not chilling in the woods for sure.
It's something about how black and gay Atlanta is, though. It's like
It's really funny.
kind
That's a
of
weird
just.
coincidence.
Yeah, so they're
Yeah.
passing through Arapuna's hot Atlanta, basically. And they're like, dang, what the fuck do we get in? This is, not, these guys are not chill either. This sucks. So they press on. They find a small village, raided for food, no problem. But they still need more food. So they find another village, this one's slightly bigger. And so, the villagers are fighting bravely from the riverbank, denying access for about a half an hour when one of Oriana's guys takes an arrow to the foot and he just starts fucking freaking out. Mind you, like, the priest has already got shot in the eye with an arrow in the cheek. Everyone's probably caught arrows at one point. Guy catches it in the foot, starts freaking the fuck out, screaming. And he's like, he asks for confession. He's like, bro, this is it. And they're like, dude, mid-battle, being like, bro, shut the fuck up. But they let the guy, he gets confession, like, whatever, give him confession.
I know the priest with one eye was like, "You pussy,
Little bitch." Exactly. Being like, what the fuck is your problem? So they keep fighting. They actually end up raiding the food. And as they're kind of like, pushing off after the battle's done, they're like, this guy's still bugging out. They look, his whole leg is black.
Oh.
And they go, no. This guy got hit with a poison arrow.
Yeah,
So they're going, oh, these guys have fucking poison arrow. As they're going down, it's like, it's all literally Clash of Clans and like
yeah."
upgrades. They're just, it's like now they're in expert mode. And they're like, this is fucking bullshit, dude. So they get their food, whatever. They took all of their food too. Because they're like, fuck you guys with their fucking poison arrows. But now Oriana is like, okay, we gotta change some things. If we're in poison arrow territory, let's fucking change some things. So, and by the way, this guy, it took him a whole like day and a half to die. So they're like on a boat. This guy's just going, ah! He's like in excruciating pain that would turn to a fever, that would turn to like deliriousness, and then he would just go and just like completely freeze.
They have some sort of code in that they can't just like put him out of his misery or whatever.
I think they were just like, let's see, maybe this is like a short-lived. They didn't know what it was, so they're
He was
probably
the first one to catch one of those.
They probably were like, let's see what's up with this shit. Like, how bad is this? What are we dealing with?
I also wonder do they talk about a reason why the technology changes as they get closer to, where are they heading to the map?
To the map, they're just going further south. They're still, I guess, as you got into Brazil, they were more advanced in
more
Brazil.
resources and stuff.
Yeah, I guess so. Just older. I mean, those like civilizations still are a complete mystery. Like they don't know, to this day, they don't know how big they were. Because then I think smallpox came through and killed a lot of people.
Okay.
So it was like, I don't think they'll ever really know
And
truly.
no, like written history or anything like
No,
that.
dude, the Mayans are like,
Or
you can't even,
records.
Mayans kept a decent amount of records. They still don't know shit about the Mayans for the most part. I mean, people do, but it's like, yeah, they go, those like, they all their shit got like lost. They like smashed their clay tablets and stuff. So I personally, I could be wrong on this, but I don't think they, to this day, are like, they don't know, like, what the hell was up with these guys. So they ship back off. Oriana's like, all right, guys, if we're in poison arrow territory, we gotta park these boats. So they built these giant walls on the sides of their ships because they're like, we need to fucking be completely, we need complete cover. We can't be doing this. So he builds these big walls on the boat, and they put like, cotton armor and stuff draped over there, protect them from the poison arrows. And literally, as soon as he finishes these walls, pretty much the next day, a flotilla of canoes rolls up, and they're just chilling in the distance. And Oriana's like, fuck, let's chill back, see what they're doing. Nothing happens. The guys are just watching them. The next day they wake up and there's like a ton of guys like chilling in the flotilla. And they're also like, people were getting closer, like sneaking up along the riverbank. So they're like sitting in their boats and they can hear these guys chatting. And they're like, bro, this is not good. So they let night fall, and Oriana tells his guys basically like, you got to become one with the oars. We're gonna just row all night. So they just tear ass right in the middle of the night. They just take off past them, row all night. Oriana's kind of like, all right, hell yeah, we got away from those guys. Thank God, they could have shot us with the poison arrows. That next morning, after rowing all night, they noticed the river was displaying tidal tendencies. So it just means like the water level was rising and falling with the tide. So they're going, oh, sick. We're actually near the ocean. This is cool. The problem is it can like get so low that you got to chill and you can't really go anywhere for a while.
Oh.
So it's like a good sign, but it's just like a new challenge they had to deal with. And they say tidal tendencies can occur between 60 to 100 miles inland from an ocean. So they're kind of going like, all right, cool. Like we're getting close. The problem is they're still 300 miles.
Yeah.
So they're like, we're right there. The whole time we're right there. But they're not as close as they think. So they're like, fuck, we're still 300 miles. They have no idea. So as soon as they're dealing with that next morning, guys in canoes come ripping at them, bellowing war cries, and they're just right away pelting the boat with arrows and spears. Thank God they had the walls up. They're like, we would have died. Like, if these are poisonous, we would have been fucked. So they're like just going on fighting all day from literally sunrise to mid-morning, just fighting. There were so many people now. The river got so clogged with canoes they could barely move. So they're just like, we're stuck. Like they're literally an iceberg of just dudes just fucking thwacking their boat, fucking pissing them off. So like Oriana's like, fuck, we're dead. Like if we don't move, these guys are gonna eventually, hop on over, do some Pirates of the Caribbean shit and hop on our boats and kill us. So Oriana, this is his plan. He goes, look, he gets his best marksman. He goes, because it's just a fucking a rainstorm of just arrows and spears. He was like, Lieutenant Robles, he goes, look, I need you to pop up real quick above that wall, find one of the leaders, basically like put your head above the wall, which that alone is like, fuck that. Yeah. Stand above the wall, just peek out into the stream of arrows, aim your musket, and just try to shoot one of their leaders. And Robles stands, aims, fires, and hits 2 leaders with 1 bullet, which is like swag, dude. Swag. Yeah. Shoots. I guess there was 2 of them next to each other. He put a bullet through both of them. It was, dude. Yeah, he definitely. So he shoots one guy, and then another one of the marksmen, I guess, kind of being like, all right, watch this. Pops up, caps another leader. Whole native gang gets the hell out of there. A lot of the warriors jumped out of their canoes to swim away because they just hear that boom from the gunpowder where they're like, fuck, and just see 3 leaders just fall. Especially the 2 with 1, they're like, "What the fuck kind of wizardry is this?" So they try to swim. Well, they try to swim away.
With the 2 birds, 1 stone.
Oh, for sure. And then they try to swim away, and Oriana just looks over the wall and just like they stop firing arrows and shit. So he looks over and sees all these guys in the water, and he just has his guys just stand there and just thwack. Not a single guy who jumped out of the canoe survived.
Damn.
So they just sat there and just slashed guys in the water while they're in the boat. They turned the tables on them pretty hard. And as they were like riding away, they saw the villagers from that place, and it was just all the women. Like they were like cheering because I guess they were like, "Yeah, you didn't fucking raid our village, fucking bitch." They were like cheering as if they won, and Oriana was like, "Okay, whatever." Fucking
all
whatever.
your dudes are dead, but all right, cool.
Yeah, like okay, fair enough. So then they're going down the river, like, all right, no more battles. Hopefully, one of the guys had gotten hit with an arrow. His ass is writhing in pain. Poison fucking arrow. So they had to watch another guy for the entire day, screaming, high fever, convulsing, go paralyzed. He died. And after one of the soldiers was documented having said, I don't know what the hell he'd be smoking, but give me some of that. Anyway, so they pass another village. No beef, thank God. Finally, they get to a spot where the guys can get off the boat, stretch out, get some rest. They chill for 2 days, press on down the river, finally hitting a weird maze of like tributaries and marshes that were like, they got so complex and web-like that they're like, they don't even know where they were going. But again, they're like, we're getting closer to the sea. The tides are coming up, the rivers, rising and falling. So they press on, navigating this like weird maze of just smaller rivers going between islands. And in this area, villages start popping up, and they see that one's deserted, and they're like, okay, let's go here and look for some food. They get out of their boats and they just see a bunch of people roasted and hanging on spits. And they're like, fuck, all right, back to the boats. Get the hell out of
Not
here.
this spot.
Yeah, not that hungry.
Jeff Ross.
They come to another. The roast master is there. They come to another village and are like, damn, look at all this nice pottery, which is crazy. You see like burning people. Then you go to another one. You're like, these are cool pots. And then they, it's a crazy vibe shift. So then they're all fucking starving. So Oriana's like, dude, we need to grub up. So they see a village. Oriana's like, let's go get this food. He pops up on the shoreline. And they said it was funny because they said they like hopped out with flourish. So they like came out like, on guard, fools. And then he looks behind him. The San Pedro had crashed into like a fallen tree that was coming down the river. So he does like a sick naval maneuver, pops up like ready to go. And he's like, my guys are right behind me. And they're just like sinking in the river. And he's like, motherfucker. So then like he's fighting, his forces are fighting on the shore while the other guys are like stuck sinking. So then he has to take half of his guys, send them out there to fix that other boat or like bring it in. So they're like fighting on one front, trying to rescue the thing. And then Oriana just kind of like sat on the boat and just kind of made sure no one kind of flanked them from behind or whatever. So that was like a 3 hours basically of just like fighting guys off, getting food, fixing the boat while you're under attack the whole time.
Yeah.
3 hours, they get the boat going, and you know, hold on, sorry, I lost my fucking piece here. Yeah, so they fought for 3 fucking hours, fighting a bunch of guys off, and you know, the guys are trying to defend their chow. So after all that, they get back to the boat's fixed enough where they can kind of like sink away. And again, another very close call. This was like another risky battle. Again, you have poison arrows in the mix. No one got hit, thank God. So now they're like, all right, they can smell the sea. We're getting closer to it. But Ariana's like, this is where he starts thinking like, bro, our one boat is basically all fucked up. We're hella malnourished. Like, we need to like really rest and get ourselves straight before we sail the seas in our shitty ass boats we made in the jungle. So he's like, they're starting to be like, bro, sailing's gonna be fucked.
Yeah, it's starting to hit.
We're not even like, we're like, oh, thank God the sea. And they're going, he's like doing the math, being like, I don't know about this now.
It's like
So
sitting in traffic on a road trip and being like, damn, we still got 2 hours.
Dude, and also like we're entering into like, at least we
Yeah,
know
that's
this
so
area,
scary.
raid food, get food. The ocean's like, what the fuck do we do for that? But they did have kind of a plan. So Oriana finds a chill area. He has the boats tied off. He's like, guys, get out and rest. And he goes, look, I know you guys are hungry, but we have to fix these boats because, after this, we know what being hungry is. But if we're gonna have to complete the mission, we gotta get these boats ocean ready. So he goes, it's time to make another forge. We got to make another 1 million nails. So we got to build sails. We got to do all this shit. So the dudes are fucking famished. But the problem was, the thing that was good for them is they're like, all right, we don't have to like float around and fight all these guys. This will be chill. Making nails is comparatively chill to like fighting all these guys. The problem was they're so fucking hungry, and they're hungry the whole time they're trying to work, which it was like pretty intensive labor, forging metal to make nails. And it was raining constantly, so it kept putting their forge fire out, which was kind of annoying. But they got so bad food wise that their diet basically, or their rations, they had to count grains of corn for like, that was they would have like 20 grains of corn. That was like your food for the day. Did you ever see the animated Cinderella? Reminds me of Gus. Remember the fat mouse who has all the corn grains? The cat Lucifer tries to eat him.
Yeah.
Elote.
Reminds me of that. Yeah. Oh, Cinderella. Cinderella. Anyway,
Cinderella.
I got to stop doing those references anyway. But that was the only thing it reminded me of. He had like 10 grains of corn and he ran away. So yeah, it sucked. It was counting kernels of corn and doing hard manual labor all day. Definitely not good living as far as I can tell. So the Spaniards, here's the thing. The Spaniards are just like starving, making these nails. They have some luck. While working, one of them sees an animal floating downriver. It was a dead tapir, whatever the hell they're called. You know what I'm talking? They look like a pig mixed with an elephant.
I think I do know.
You know what I'm saying? I had to Google it myself. Let
me see when you see it.
Tapir,
It's
yeah.
with the eye, right?
Yeah, you got to see, they look, yeah, TAPIR. Josh is on it right now. We're going to get a visual on this tapir. They see one of these little guys. Dude, these things, by the way, can get up to like 600 pounds.
They're cute, man.
They are cutie pies,
Like
bro.
anteaters.
But they do.
Chubby
So they
little
see one of these guys just floating down the river. It was dead.
Yeah.
The problem is if something's like super dead, you can't eat it, dead for
Right.
too long.
Yeah.
So they swim out, grab it. There was no wounds in it or anything. And it was still, I guess, warm enough for like, oh, this is like kind of fresh.
Oh.
So these guys, thank God for the tapir, because it sustained the 50 hungry Spaniards for almost a whole
I thought
week.
it was gonna be like poisoned or something.
No, they munched
just
it and it was good munching.
Just fell in the
Dude,
river.
50 guys.
Yeah.
50 guys got to eat off that one tapir for nearly a week. So now they're like, all right, they're working. It's still not a ton of food, but it was better than just like 10 grains of corn a day. So they worked on, it took about 20 days in all, forging the nails, and Oriana's finally like, all right, cool. We're good to go, but we got to like set all this stuff up we made. Let's find a bigger shore that we can pull both boats up on and fix them up before we take off for good. Because again, they got to add sails. They got to add all this other shit. So, they got to fortify the boats against the raging seas. So now they're really hungry because, they only ate that tapir for like a week. And they're 20 days into the nail forging and sail making. So now they get the boats up on the shores where they can, be next to each other to do all the repairs on them and, improvements. And at this point, they're really, really starving. They're just munching on the odd like crab or snail if they can find one. And they spend 2 extra weeks doing all of those upgrades. And now they're ready to set sail in their, slightly less shitty sailboats than they were. Shitty rowboats. Now they're less shitty sailboats. So it's August 8th, 1542. And the super hungry, super thirsty crew set off again, seeking the sweet sea that lies at the mouth of the Amazon. And the sailing now, because again, they're not in the ocean yet. They're still navigating these little like marshes, but now they have sails.
Yeah.
So now it's like they're set up for the ocean, but they're not there yet. But the winds are like, it's really tricky now because it's not pure like rowing power.
Yeah.
The wind's taking them. And the problem was the channels were like, they would go really low with low tide, and you're supposed to like chill because if you hit too shallow, it'll crash the boat. But they didn't have anchors.
Yeah.
So they would like they would tie heavy shit, but they would try to anchor during low tide, but the sail would take the wind, and they would just like kind of slowly drift about dangerously through this river because they didn't really
Just
have much
hoping to not
control.
hit shit.
Thank God they didn't crash, So, and they're still fucking all starving. So they're like, dude, we're going to die if we don't eat. See a village. Thank God the natives were chill. So, what?
I said, hell yeah.
Very
Finally.
chill. Beach vibes, bro. very, very chill. Oriana's still bugging out on the poison arrow. He goes to this chill village, and this is kind of weird. He takes one of their arrows and scratches a young lady with it, and they all just kind of watch her. And she's like, well, yeah, I'm fine. He's like, all right, cool. I was just making sure you guys, I'm happy you didn't fucking fall and convulse and die horribly in front of all of us.
From the poison.
He wanted to test for poison, which is like, they could just probably roll it. I think they got the poison from the poison dart frog, and there was also a tree. If you like, apparently like rolled that arrow there, it would just fuck you up. Yeah.
So he just went and scratched one of their babes and was like, don't worry about what I'm doing.
Why not like an old guy? He's got like a babe. It was like, excuse me. So yeah, that was kind of fucking weird. So the bros grub there, and everyone was just kind of like, yeah, totally cool. Really weird move. So the bros grub, press on, and they keep navigating the windy, marshy channels. But again, they're bolstered by the good fortune of just every village had like very chill natives. Like we said, it's obviously beach vibes. So they get to the end of the Amazon. Finally, they get to the end of the Amazon. They see like there's the ocean, good to go. Oriana barters his final possessions for some fish, which they salt and dry. And they all fill up jars of fresh water for the journey. They each have like their own personal head stash of water. And so they literally set out into the open sea with like very little food, little sailing experience, no pilot, no guide, no compass, hoping they were all going in the right direction, which is like still absolutely fucking insane. And right before they set off, a lot of the guys are like super nervous, being like, dude, these villages are chill. Let's go native. Like all these other guys have done it. We can let's just
let's
stay
not
here.
die out there.
Yeah, this is fucked up. Let's stay here. And Oriana used obviously his suave leadership skills. It probably did like a cool speech, and nobody left. Everyone kind of went.
Nice.
So with that, the squad, they had survived the Amazon. So, good on them.
Hell yeah.
Now they're setting sail across the Mar Dulce, the Sweet Sea, and then into the kind of the Atlantic Ocean. So, and like we said, the Amazon discharges so much fresh water that it dilutes the Atlantic Ocean to basically being like freshwater / brackish for up to 100 miles. So they kind of could drink some of that water right off, but once you're past that, it gets a little too salty. So he had no idea where he was going, but he did know that the Spanish had settled. There was 2 Spanish settlements to the north. It's Cubaguay and Margarita. It's located in modern day Venezuela. The problem was he didn't know that those miles that he and his friends were 1,400 miles from those 2 things. So he's like, they're again being like,
We're right
they're
there.
right over there somewhere. And again, he's like, could be that way, could be this way. He doesn't know, but he's like, let's just using like the stars and whatever. They're like, that should be north. So luckily though, as they set off, they got caught up in the southern equatorial current, however you say that. And it pushed them exactly in a direction they needed to be going. And I think kind of swiftly as well. So they sail for 3 days in tandem, San Pedro and the Victoria. And the plan is to hug the coastline so that if they run out of fresh water, they can just sail back to land and fill their jars in like a river and then ship back out. But 3 days into it, a damn storm comes, separates the boats. So the storm ends and the scrappy little San Pedro is nowhere to be seen. And Oriana fears the worst. He's like, they're either shipwrecked or left to die of thirst at sea. And he's like, fuck. So they just keep sailing on, no idea where all of his friends are, or a bunch of his friends are. And by day 9 of sailing, Oriana's having problems of his own. He has entered the Boca of Serpiente, the Serpent's Mouth, the danger strait near Trinidad. And he navigates it, unlike Ordaz, because he shipwrecked there in 1531. But he gets out of the fucking Boca de Serpiente, the mouth of the serpent, and then he enters the damn Boca del Dragon, which is a pass near the northwestern Trinidadian coast with a bunch of treacherous rocks and little islands everywhere. It was like kind of confusing. And yeah, that just sucks. I know I've never sailed either of those waters, but if I had left the Serpent's Mouth and entered
the dragon's
mouth, I'd be like,
we're cooked.
this is fucking bullshit, bro. So,
We did it. Oh no, we're
yeah,
cooked.
I'd be fucking pissed. It took them a full week of sailing. They couldn't get out of the dragon's mighty jaws. And this was because the freshwater rivers would just pour into the seawater, kind of like the Sweet Sea. But it creates like this turbulent mixing of kind of fresh and salt water, which is like you have the ocean tides and waves or whatever. Then you have the river current and they mix, and it's just like it's hard to navigate. Then you have the rising and falling tides. So they're in the dragon's mouth for a week where they would row, and then a current would just go whoosh and whoosh them back. So they're, again, still hungry as hell, rowing all day for a week, surviving on like little fruit they would pluck from the island. Finally, they escape the dragon's jaws, sail for 2 more days, and then the starving, thirsty sailors rejoice as someone sees a dot of land, like a little island, and they yell land ho, which is fucking, that's got to be, I'll never experience that joy.
Just a genuine land.
Real land. I was in my office being like, damn, that sucks. I don't want to be lost at sea, but like that must be so cool. Land ho.
You're just chilling and you hear it like, oh.
Yeah, you're literally being like, I'm dead. I'm fucked. Land ho. So the bros had somehow navigated themselves right into the Spanish settlement of Cubaguay. News of Oriana's arrival spreads through town. People come to greet him. And guess who was there? The bros from the San Pedro.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yep, they washed up on the shores just 2 days prior, having managed to avoid the savage jaws of the dragon's mouth.
Damn,
which is pretty good. Took the shortcut, man. They get the storm pushed them kind of in an advantageous way, I guess. So, Oriana and his gang, they share a tearful, joyful embrace. And then Oriana does a muster. You just like when you count your troops to see like who made it or like, how you guys are doing. Out of the original 57 who set off, how many do you think survived?
25.
I was going to say 23.
43.
Oh, hell yeah.
Good numbers, dude.
Yeah.
Oriana was a good leader, dude.
Yeah.
Not too shabby, dude. 75% success rate or survival rate out of a really death-defying journey. Yeah. That was obviously a smaller portion of the overall force of Pizarro, but still.
They had to be journeying for like 2 years.
I think it was like, if I'm not mistaken, it's like 9 months. I think it's like about a year. Yeah. I could be wrong.
9 months in hell is still crazy.
Actually, let me see. Let me just fact check this because I kind of want to know. Let me see. How long was Oriana's? Because I got the timetables kind of confused myself, Lemaire. That's a fantastic question there. How long was Oriana's journey down the 11 months? 11 months. Okay, so it was about a year. All right. Fuck yeah, I was right. I am the teacher. I thought it was like 2 years as well, though. And then I checked the times. I'm like, no, it was actually about like a year, which is still
felt so long.
Yeah.
Never mind, this is a different person.
Who's that?
It was a different person.
Okay, son of a gun. Oh my god! And then I googled it, and I always do like it's not even recognizable words. It was like, how long was Oriana's journey through the? Okay, here we go. Okay, and now this is just saying several months. Fucking bitch. Either way, I swear to God, I think it was about 8 months or so. But whatever, we'll figure it out. We'll do the dates from So. I swear to God, it was about well. They said there's also, don't forget, the journey itself started crossing the foothills and mountains of Peru. That was a solid year, I believe. Because this act, funny enough, the day they set off for that journey originally, the place of Cubaguay was hit with a devastating earthquake that like completely leveled the town. And by the time they made it there, it had been like somewhat rebuilt. So I think the whole journey was a year, and the Amazon might have been like 8 to 9 months. Okay. Right on. Hell yeah. That's what's up. It's all up here. I don't know why you didn't ask anything. So the bros all reunite. Most of them survived, and they go up into town and enjoy a succulent meal with a ton of yummy Spanish wine. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. Meanwhile, so the guys are all safe and settled, but Francisco Pizarro, the sicko that he is. Oh, no, sorry, my bad. So the guys, I'm thinking of Gonzalo Pizarro. The guys are safe and settled. Francisco Orellana, the sicko that he is already planning on returning to the Amazon to conquer.
Damn.
Wanting to just got out of it, dude.
Yeah.
He's already, they're eating dinner, but he's going, I have the knowledge. I know where all the stuff is. I could join the ranks of Hernan Cortez, Francisco Pizarro, and become a Grand Marquis myself. Yeah. So he's already at dinner. They just got out. They just survived. He's being
Ambitious
like,
man.
literally going like, I don't know, man. What do you guys think about going back? And nobody. Only like 4 guys actually agreed. But either way. So he wants to go back, but there's a ton of administrative work that needs to be done. First, there was the issue of Gonzalo Pizarro calling him a mutinous traitor, which would mess up his hope for a return voyage. And he obviously wanted kind of the backing of the Spanish crown and the resources as well. So, they had heard about Francisco Pizarro being murdered by the Almagro faction, obviously from the people in Quibagüey. But Gonzalo was still out there writing nasty letters to the King of Spain, and again, he was doing this. So Orellana, wanting to be backed by the crown, like we said, for the return voyage, he gets together with Father Carvajal, whatever that guy who had the one eye, and they set out to. He's like, "Yo, get your notes. Let's go over them together. I'm going to refine these notes, and we're going to, turn this into a narrative that would kind of please, or more importantly, intrigue the queen, or excuse me, king. My bad. Sorry about that. I'm thinking Amazon. Obviously, I'm stuck with that." And so the 2 guys spent a couple days poring over the writings. And as our good friend Buddy Levy says, now with just 2 good eyes between them, go over the story. They each had 1 good eye writing the story, which is kind of funny. So after putting the chronicle together, Father Carvajal writes a little intro thing, just reiterating the fact that Orellana had no choice but to leave Gonzalo, and he's definitely not a mutinous traitor. He's actually really cool and brave, and that he's a priest, and that God agrees with him as well. It's really funny how they write though. They're always like writing these letters and be like, yeah, and obviously God and justice are on our side. They all say that. Well, I'm on the side of God and justice, so
You make it out the Amazon though. You can kind of pull that card.
oh yeah, dude, for sure. Like
God's on my side, bro. Come on.
Obviously, yeah.
All
So-
these dudes came back too.
Yeah, dude, 75%. Unbeknownst to them, Gonzalo had just fired because they write the whole thing, they ship it off. Like, all right, let's get this thing up here. Gonzalo had just fired off his own version of the story, the one where Orellana was actually a Weasley jerk who stole his stuff and left him and his guys to die. But he was so busy with all the civil strife in Peru that he just wrote his 2 days before Orellana wrote his, because he had stuff to do. So the 2 accounts were basically received around the same time and weighed against each other rather than like Pizarro getting his out months prior. Because then all the people would be like, what a fucking asshole this guy is. But they got him at the same time, so they're kind of like, ooh, I don't know. So, and also we'll see that Gonzalo ends up kicking up some dust that displeases the king so much that his account didn't even end up mattering that much. So yeah, he's a bad boy. So Orellana, like we said, takes the temperature on his crew. He's like, all right, who's down to return to the Amazon?
Nays all around.
Everyone's like, yeah, and Peru wasn't like exactly a great thing to go back to either, because it was like completely civil war torn at this point. And again, only 4 of the original crew agreed to strike out on a return voyage. You had Commodore Enriquez, you had Alonso Gutierrez, and Hernan Gutierrez de Siles, and also Cristobal de Segovia. If you don't remember who this guy was, it was Maldonado, the guy who stole 1,000 turtles mid-battle.
Peace.
And yeah, this is a guy. So Maldonado was like one of the main guys who was agreeing to go back, and he would serve as Orellana's second in command. Which we'll see. Maldonado, do you trust him? What do you guys think about Maldonado?
Good guy, turtle guy. I like
Turtle guy's a good guy.
Turtle
Okay,
nice, but-
check back in with him a little bit here. Orellana and his 4 diehard bros sail to Hispaniola, this Spanish capital of the New World. And like we said, Hispaniola is Dominican Republic and Haiti, basically. That they called it. That was the place I think Columbus discovered first. And that place had actual people from the royal council were there. So if you got to there, they could present the case, and that would start the process of getting the royals stoked, or seeing how they felt about that. So when he gets to Hispaniola, Oriana ends up linking with this guy, Gonzalo Oviedo, who happened to be a well-known and trusted by the king chronicler, I don't know, whatever, a historian, basically. He was like a famous historian. He like chronicled all the stuff. He was so stoked on Oriana's story. He called it one of the greatest things that have happened to men. So he's putting in a huge word for the king, being like, yo, this guy fucking rules. He also wrote to a friend of his, a powerful cardinal, told him the story. And the guy basically told everyone in Europe about it. Now everyone's getting kind of stoked up on the Amazon, which comes into play. So they finally leave there. They set sail to Spain, hoping to be greeted like heroes. But a storm takes them into Portugal. Like they kind of like, land over there. Emissaries of the Portuguese king demand Oriana meet with their majesty, who was interested in hearing about his voyage, who had just heard about it. And the king kind of held him pretty much like captive for 3 weeks, getting as many of the dirty details from Oriana about the, Amazon. And it turns out the mouth of the Amazon River was actually Portuguese territory. Yeah. And he was planning a big mission on exploiting it himself, especially hearing all these crazy tales of like riches and all this blah, 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 which I think kind of explains why Brazil speaks Portuguese and the rest speaks Spanish. So the king he goes, yo, Oriana, I know you're going back to your king. I will pay you handsomely. We're about to go on an expedition to this area you're talking about. If you come and kind of, guide us under the Portuguese banner, I'll give you a ton of fucking money. Like, he was cutting a deal with him. Oriana, diehard loyalist to the crown, politely turns down the offer. He even purposely left some details out because he didn't want to give up all the secrets to this guy. Yeah. And he finally gets to go to Spain, returning to his home soil for the first time in 16 years. Damn. Yeah. So again, they're all him and his squad of 4 were all camped up in this Portuguese kingdom here for a while, which comes into play later. So meanwhile, here we go. Now we're back to fucking Gonzalo. This is the juicy stuff. So meanwhile, in Peru, Gonzalo is fully occupied with the civil unrest going on in what he felt like, should be his territory. Gonzalo, his brother Francisco, was like the super governor of the whole. He was in charge of the whole thing, basically the president of that territory. And he got killed, and then the Almagro guys got in there. Yeah. Spanish crown was just like, we can't have these guys fighting down here. So they sent this guy, Cristobal Vaco de Castro, and they send him down there. He's like, you're in charge down there. Go down there and like straighten this fucking shit out. So, and Gonzalo's like, fucking Cristobal Vaca de Castro. He's in charge. Like, last time I checked, he didn't fucking shed blood to win these lands, little bitch. He's like, I'm meeting my friends. He's like, fuck this guy. So he's like, there's a representative of the crown down there, and Gonzalo is just like there with his bros being like, fucking Cristobal, piece of shit. And like, you're not allowed to do that. Yeah, you get in trouble for that. So, he goes and meets with Cristobal, and he goes, yo, man, he's like, I'll help you fuck these Almagro guys. These are the guys that started the whole thing. Yeah. Like, I can fuck them up for you if you want. And the guy Cristobal, he tells basically Gonzalo to he goes, yo, dude, like, just go chill. Like, stop fighting. They just wanted them to stop fighting each other.
So didn't they kill your brothers?
They did kill his brother. But no, he was the guy, Cristobal, sent from the king, was like, just chill, dude. Like, you have plenty of land. You just go back to, he had a place, La Plata, he had a big silver mine. He's like, dude, just go check on your Encanamita slaves and, do your thing. So Gonzalo's like, all right, whatever, fuck this. Fucking bullshit, but whatever. I guess I'll just go do my silver mine with my slaves or whatever. So then as if that's not bad enough, a new law passes, literally called the New Law, signed by King Charles I, stating that people couldn't have Encanamitas or whatever the hell they're called. They couldn't have them anymore. The indigenous slave practice, no more slaves. The law was set in motion by Fray Bartolomé de las Casas, who was a Spanish priest who I think he was called like the apostle of the Indians, but he had been down there he was there, I think, with Columbus, and he had seen so much mistreatment of the natives that he reported back to King Charles being like, dude, I don't know if you know how bad it is down there? Yeah. He was like, what? And he explained it to him, and then King Charles, I think, was like, okay. He's like, you can go to hell for that. And King Charles was like, fuck. Fuck, I didn't think about that. He's like, yeah, dude, you're in charge of all this, so if this keeps going on, you're going to hell. Yeah. He was like, God fucking damn it. So then they signed a law into existence where it's like, all right, they said no more encomiedas, He's like, if you already, no new ones. If you already have them, you'd be grandfathered in. He literally said no new slaves. No new slaves. So he said no new slaves. And then he goes, if you have them, you're grandfathered in. But if you die, you can't hand it down to your kids. That's just, all of them are freed upon your death. And that's just that, man.
Did it say what happens if your slaves had kids while you still had the slaves?
Everyone was free. It was just completely, everyone was free. As soon as you died, you couldn't transfer it to, your squad. Gonzalo's looking at his silver mine being like, I'm not fucking getting down there. Neither are any of my son getting down there. This is fucking woke lib bullshit. I ain't fucking doing it. Literally just goes, I'm not doing it. Fuck that law. Fuck that law. So it kind of like decriminalized slaves. They're like, you can kind of do it, but it's not legal. Gonzalo was like, I'm handing my fucking slaves to my kids. This is bullshit. So then the king's like, he was like, all right, I'm pretty sure people won't readily just go along with this. Dispatches this guy, Don Blasco Nunez Vela, down to Peru to act as his enforcer. He's the viceroy, basically. So he's down there, he's chilling, but the streets are already talking. A lot of people are going, fuck these laws. Gonzalo Pizarro is like the head of this thing. He's organizing rebel ranks. He's like going to like old captains and conquistadors who are living there. And he's quoted, this was his quote. He goes, Spain wishes to enjoy, he wrote a letter to one of his bros. Spain wishes to enjoy what we sweated for. What we sweated for, and with clean hands benefit from what we have given our blood to obtain. He goes, I promise to show them that we are men who can defend our own. It's kind of a sick letter, if I'm being honest, even if it's preserving slavery, which is not good. It's just sick writing one of those like poetic, hyper-violent, fucking gentlemanly threat letters. With clean hands benefit what we have given our blood to obtain. But the king's hired muscle, Vela, he gets into Peru and he's just like immediately he just completely arrests Vaco de Castro upon arrival. That guy who was there, I guess the trying to make peace or whatever. Yeah. He gets there. That was like the king's one representative who was taking like diplomatic measures. And whatchamacallit, this guy rolls up there and it's just like, you're under fucking arrest, dude, because you sucked at your job. So he throws him on a boat and just sends his ass. He's like, you're going back to Spain where you're going to await trial for fucking sucking at you, keeping the peace here. So then, he issues a formal demand for Pizarro to surrender. And Gonzalo is just like, fuck you, literally like, fuck off. I don't fuck you. And then Vela is like, all right, you guys want to fuck around? He goes, anyone who publicly backs Gonzalo or badmouths the new laws is subject to 100 lashings, which apparently left you scarred and fucked up for life. Like it wasn't just like, like, oh, okay, it's not like you're getting hung or garroted where they like crush your neck. You get 100 lashes, but apparently like you would just be left like almost an invalid. And also it was like embarrassing because you'd have take your shirt off and it'd be like, oh, you're a dickhead. You're a dickhead. You're like a rebel. You're an absolute rebel. Although, to be fair, to me, it's like I personally fantasize about having extensive back scars. Taking your shirt off. Just take your shirt off and a girl's like, oh, what's that? And you're like, I don't want to talk about it.
It's like having a bullet wound. Like,
yeah, you take your shirt off and you're like, I was branded a rebel for defending slavery. All right, just fucking fuck, leave me alone. I don't want to talk about it. So even if like you didn't even own an economia, they're like those guys who are like, no, fuck that, dude. We should fucking have slaves. Fucking bullshit. So then Vela even says, he's like, I'm gonna take all of Gonzalo's properties, and if anyone tries to stop me, they'll be fucking hanged. Gonzalo. Gonzalo is like hearing this guy's like, he's coming for my properties. He's like talking. It's like mega shit to talk. Last ditch effort, writes a letter to the king, basically being like, dude, these fucking laws are bullshit. You forced my hand. He's like, the king wouldn't even have gotten these. Like, he knew he was doing battle before the king would even read this, but he was like, let me clear the air and be like, yo, king, like, I'm not trying to be a dickhead here, but like, it was, again, one of those letters like, obviously, truth and justice is on my side. Yeah. And you guys, you're wrong for this. You're fucking wrong for this.
You're wrong for taking my slaves.
Gonzalo, with his letter out of the way, assembles a force and just marches on Lima. Vela, the guy who sent down there to fucking, is supposed to like strong arm Gonzalo, sees that he's outnumbered by Gonzalo's force and sends an emissary to greet him. But his message is funny. It's like, dude, I don't even care about like all the money and shit or whatever. But I'm like die hard to the Spanish crown and I'll die as a governor if I have to. He's like, dude, it's not even about the money for me. I don't even care. So then Gonzalo then rides around the land, basically telling, because he's like, all right, we're going to attack this guy. I want to like make sure, you know, we have the advantage. He goes on this like brutal fucking campaign where he just goes from like place to place, checking, being like, are you for me or are you with the crown? Those who were against him, he gave the same treatment that he gave to those like Indians earlier on. He'd meet in the Amazon. He would like burn them alive. Dang. These were Spanish citizens, hang them, anything nasty you could think of. During this time, he killed about 300 Spaniards. He led like a
regular.
He led like a terror reign,
Yeah,
or like a terror campaign throughout the thing until he completely, basically galvanized the entire population about him. So he's like, they didn't even fight. The guy was like, damn, all these guys are Team Gonzalo, and he went into the city, and like the leaders who were there serving under this other guy, Vela, were just like, nah, bro, you're the governor. I don't even know what the fuck we're talking. They just completely were like, they just gave him the power of the island. So he's appointed leader of Peru. And that day he holds a parade in his own honor, marching at the head of a 1,200 man force, firing cannons and like ringing church bells. And well, funnily enough, he had a ton of slaves with him. just kind of just snub the new laws, being like, yeah, fuck that. Even the guy Vela, who was supposed to fight him, fled the area. And he went and found an experienced conquistador, Sebastian Benalcazar, for support. This guy was a former partner of Francisco Pizarro, and he was actually, if you remember, one of the men of Cajamarca. The guys, remember we were on the beach and they're all like before they took over the Incan Empire, it was like they had like gone into the jungle, and Francisco was like, I know you guys are tired and starving to death, but this is when he drew a line in the sand with his sword, and he goes, if you guys are about like adventure and getting rich, come on this side. If you're a bitch and you want to go home, stand on this side. This guy who was now joining Vela was one of the brave men who stepped across the side of Francisco when they discovered the Incans or whatever. So that comes into play. He's one of the brave men of Cajamarca. And now he was fighting against Gonzalo because he was fighting with Vela. So it's now a Vela Benalcazar conglomeration versus Gonzalo. And they're taking these little battles all over Peru. Gonzalo's force is just spanking them in various skirmishes and battles all over the map for about a year. And one of the battles was Anquito. And Pizarro guys had like 700 guys to the 400 on Vela Benalcazar side. And dude, they just absolutely fucked them up. Gonzalo led the cavalry charge himself, clashing with Vela's squad. And although Vela, fighting bravely, was knocked to the ground by a blow from a two-handed axe, and then a black slave fighting from Gonzalo went full berserker, cut Vela's head off and stuck it on a pike and paraded it around. Gonzalo, hearing about the morbid display, chastised his guys for lack of respect, and he went and personally buried Vela's head, his opponent, with his body. And then Gonzalo, having cornered Benalcazar, weirdly pardoned him. I think it was respect for being one of the men of Cajamarca. Yeah. He had like burned and killed all these people. He goes, all right, dude, look, it's cool. You're like one of my brothers, like good boys. You can return to your lands, you keep your troops, and just chill. Just recognize me as a leader, and don't ever fuck with me ever again. It was a really weird stroke of mercy on his yeah. So that night, during a victory banquet, Gonzalo and his boys get so drunk they talk about starting their own kingdom together. They even went ahead.
If we could do anything,
we gotta start a kingdom.
He was like, "I'm obviously king," and they're all like, "I'm the duke," and they're appointing cabinet members. And then Gonzalo woke up in the morning, and one of his boys was like, "Dude, are we doing this?" He's like, "No, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, we're not gonna." He's like, "I'm a soldier, not a king. Like, get the fuck out of here. We're not starting a kingdom." So the next day, though, he did
cocaine.
They probably did.
We gotta start a country, man.
Dude, seriously, how hard can it be to start a kingdom? Why can't we have our kingdom? So the next day, he did ride back into Lima and was greeted with cheers from his new constituents as governor of Peru. Gonzalo, he was now in charge of Peru all the way down to Chile. Because remember, the Almagros, they gave him Chile all the way down there. But since they were kind of like, he had defeated the whole island, so now he's in charge of like everything. He also inherited a sizable naval force that sat off the coast. I'm guessing that was that must have been like from the crown, must have had like a little naval force there, but he took that over as well. And also, if that wasn't enough, so one of the workers at one of the silver mines, not La Plata, I think it was like Potosi, they struck a massive vein of silver shortly after his victory. And this is the thing Buddy points out in the book. They almost died looking for like silver and gold in the Amazon, and they were sitting on a massive silver deposit right where they were the whole time, which is kind of funny. So then Gonzalo spends the next days just like, super rich baller, throwing feast after feast. Also, he made sure to keep a lot of like fighting men and soldiers around him after what happened to his brother at his feast, how he got murdered by the Algomistas. But he, he was living high on the hog, but there was a part of him where he was like, I'm at war with the King of Spain now. Yeah. And the King of Spain, this isn't over. He kind of knew it wasn't. So little did he know, though, that the enforcements were already kind of standing by. Charles's son, Philip, had already appointed a guy named Pedro de la Gasca, Pedro de la Gasca, he's kind of an interesting guy. Like Gonzalo's this brutal warrior. Pedro de la Gasca was the next, he had Vela sent there. He completely wiped out Vela. And he's kind of like, I wonder who he's going to send after me now, thinking like a big, bad conquistador type. Yeah. Dude, Pedro de la Gasca he's like the opposite. He was a highly educated guy with a master's in theology. He was very refined, very kind of like a feat guy, but he did have a proven war record, so he kind of did know the ways of like military strategy. But he was just kind of like a very humble, very refined kind of cold calculator, as opposed to Gonzalo's he was all kind of like, brash and brute, and kind of, he was all force basically. And this Pedro guy, he was going up against a brain, and I don't think he ever kind of fought against that guy or anyone like that. So, and also Pedro de la Gasca was granted a weird privilege by Prince Philip. And he was given these powers where he was called like the president of the entire land. It was called the president of the royal audience of Lima. So where he basically held the powers of a king. So so there was like certain things, like in order to like pardon people, declare war, make cut deals. He had the full backing of the crown to make up his mind to do anything. He could pardon whoever he wanted. He could kill whoever he wanted. He could even repeal the new law about the slave things if he wanted to. The king was like, Prince Philip was like, just use your judgment. I trust you. Yeah. Do whatever you had to do. But he was like, anything he said, it would be like hanging with the king yourself. It was a weird, they transferred power to this guy and were like, yeah, go fucking fix this. And this guy, obviously this comes into play. So nobody know, and also he was humble as hell. So he just walked around like a man of the cloth. So he didn't tell anybody about the powers he possessed. He went there as a humble man of the cloth, and kind of met people, felt them out, and then he would just be like, by the way, and it was it'd be like encountering a blinding light. Like, I hold the powers of the king, and people were like, what the fuck? Kind of sick. So, he's down there, he's going around, he's like a secret agent. So when he was in Peru, one of Gonzalo's soldiers like talked to him, got a read on him. He was like, yeah, I'm here from the Spanish crown, just chilling. I'm a humble man of the cloth. I'm here. The king sent me here to like make peace. And one of Gonzalo's soldiers says, this is a sort of governor that his majesty sends over us. Pizarro need not trouble his head about it. So Gasca from the get-go, dude, was like, bro, I just want peace. I'm chill, cool. And then he like would find an important person. So he moves through, gets on the island completely undetected as Gonzalo's adversary. He's moved in a really sick way. Then he sees some of Gonzalo's naval captains, and then he would be like, do you fucking know who I am? And he would like told him like, and so then in one fell swoop of being down there right away, he had paid off, because he had the riches of the king. So he could pay these guys whatever they wanted, whatever. So he had retaken Gonzalo's navy in secret. First thing off the bat.
Hell yeah.
He just takes the navy over, doesn't even tell him.
He doesn't even know he don't got a navy.
When you get the call, I'll let you know you're with me now. So then once he gets that situated, takes the whole fleet in one stroke. He sends 2 letters. One was from the king gave him a letter, and he has a letter from himself. The king's letter didn't even he wasn't even mad at Gonzalo. He was like, bro, I guess I see where you're coming from. No big deal. Lay down your arms, go back to business. All's forgiven as long as you accept me as your king again. And Gasca's letter was even nicer, telling Gonzalo that he'd be willing to revoke the new law if Gonzalo hangs up his jersey. He even tells Gonzalo that under his, presidency, because he was there to basically rule Peru, Gonzalo would be given the right to new conquests of the interior land if he wants to. He's like, we'll help you out, all that stuff. Gonzalo reads both letters, and for whatever reason goes, yeah, fuck that. Rebel for life, openly declares war against the Spanish crown now. Now he's like, he is truly like a king.
Piss him off so much.
Well, here's the thing.
He's a brute.
Gonzalo had never lost a battle in his life.
So he just thought
a
he
younger
had it.
guy. He's never lost a battle. He goes, I'm in Peru. I know the lands. I have the military advantage. Like, and I already did that first weak shit you sent me. I defeated that.
Yeah.
So like, that's clearly your top guy. Like, I'm untouchable. He was just like, he was Scarface, dude. He was completely, he thought he could just say hello to my little friend all night. However, little did Gonzalo know, Gasca had already been wheeling and dealing up a storm. A huge portion of Gonzalo's forces had already agreed to defect to the side of the crown because they were like, bro, we're not fighting the fucking Spanish crown. This is crazy. It actually got so bad that only 500 guys from his massive army still agreed to fight with him. And it was like thousands. He had thousands of guys, now down to 500 loyalists. And a lot of this was still like kind of done in secret. And also to make things worse, Gasca had struck up deals with all of his brothers Francisco's OG bros, even the guy who Gonzalo had parted on the battlefield. So he should have fucking killed that guy because that guy comes back to fuck him. Well, in a way, they all kind of do. Though Gonzalo, still, he has, wait, hold on a second, bro. Hold on a fucking second. This is something got, yeah, okay. This is it. Okay, so that's what it was. So Gonzalo gets a little, he goes, okay, this guy's fucking playing chess here. He sees that he lost some guys. He goes, I don't give a fuck. I still have enough guys. So he goes, even if I have 10 guys around me, he sees that all these guys they defect on him. Even if I have 10 guys around here, I'll still be the master of Peru. And then he realized the guy has he's like, let me get my Navy. So he goes, fuck. So Gonzalo then, he's like, this is fucked up. He flees with his meager force to Lake Titicaca. So he goes, all right, I'm going to bring him up on the battlefield, 12,000 feet elevation. And, he still has some guys with him. So funny enough, Gonzalo wins his first battle against Gasca's force, losing 80 guys while killing 350 of Gasca's. It's not a bad start. Yeah. The victory completely goes to his head. And then Gasca even, he could have retreated. Or no, that's what it was. The victory goes to his head. He could have retreated to Chile, but the emboldened Pizarro heads to Cusco. He could retreat and try to get more guys going or whatever. Yeah. He's like, nah, we're fucking finishing this shit now. He goes to Cusco, they set up a base at a former Incan holy city, the one that they took originally, being like, there was a weird, it's kind of poetic to be like, this was the empire we took. I'm going to set up camp here. Yeah. Gasca, always cool-headed, takes stock of his losses and just completely presses on. Entreating Gonzalo, he's like, again, sends him another letter going, bro, chill the fuck out. He goes, I'm giving you one more chance to just fucking chill. If you chill, everything's forgiven, everything's cool. And this is kind of the letter. This is the guy he was dealing with, by the way. This is the letter he wrote Gonzalo. He goes, insignificant as I am, your excellency would have little to fear from me if I had not on my side God and the king, justice and fidelity, and all the good vassals who serve his majesty. But fighting against these things, your excellency has good reason to quail. If you do not repent and return to the service of both majesties, divine and human, you will lose both body and soul, as you will shortly see. It's like, damn, bro. Dang.
Lose both body and soul.
Dude, Gonzalo ignores the final request to submit, basically says, come and get it.
He's like, I'm going to lose my body and soul?
Yeah, you'll lose your fucking body and soul. Gonzalo, he's, again, riding high from recent battle, had never lost a battle in Peru, and he also he was outnumbered and fucking whooped them. He's like, bro, cake is easy. Also, he had an advantage because the place in Cusco he was at had one road in, as a bridge that was 250 feet across, a 150-foot drop. Pizarro tells his guys to cut it down. He goes, now he's not even going to get in. Gasca, being an adept strategist, just goes kind of up a ways out of view and just builds another bridge at a better spot. Thwarted completely. Crosses all of his guys into Cusco. So on April 9th, 1548, the opposing forces meet on the final field of battle. Stakes are very high. It's like, fuck, dude, only one can rule. There's not, the Peru's not big enough for the both of them, obviously. And Gonzalo, so they're getting ready to do battle. Gonzalo is completely decked out in a fine coat of mail, a velvet tunic, and a helmet with a golden chin guard. And he does a bunch of, and apparently, I don't know, the numbers don't check out from the earlier thing, but he does a bunch of cool, horses, or a bunch of cool tricks on his horse in front of his force of 1,500 guys. So earlier it said he had 500, maybe something happened. He has 1,500 guys with him now. He had thousands.
Slaves?
He had 3,000. Now he's down to 1,500. That might have been a typo. I think it was actually 1,500. I forgot the one. Sorry. Anyway, so just very funny. He's like doing horse tricks on like, he's all decked out, chin guard of gold. And Gasca, he's like getting his guys all fired up. Gasca is like, yeah, cool, fires heavy cannons at them. Oh. And Gonzalo, by the way, told his men they didn't have, he's like, those guys don't have heavy cannons. They all get fucking nailed with heavy cannons. And then Gonzalo's personal squire just gets like blown to fucking smithereens. Oh. So then one of Gonzalo's high-ranking guys then charges at Gasca's forces as if into battle, only to stop on the other side and go, psych, I'm on Gasca's team. No. And then a bunch more of Gonzalo's guys who have been bought off head over to Gasca's side like, sorry, dude, not getting hung by the king over this shit. Gonzalo's like, fuck. But being obviously Gonzalo, sounds the trumpets to signal attack, ordering the musket guys to fire, but then they march over to Gasca's side as well. Gonzalo takes stock of his situation. Dude, from his 1,500 guys, he was reduced to 12 real ones standing by his side. Yeah. He asked his friend Juan de Acosta he goes, what should we do now, brother? Juan says, let us charge and die like Romans. Gonzalo assesses, then goes, better to die like Christians, and then rides over to Gasca and finally surrenders. Brutal, dude. He like completely just didn't even have to fight him. Just like, I just bought all your guys. So the next day, Gonzalo was tried, given confession before being beheaded. His punishment was that all of his properties be destroyed and assets taken, and his fields were sown with salt, which was kind of, you didn't have to do all that. Yeah. It's kind of fucking bullshit. Dude, walking up to the executioner block, he hands the executioner himself his finest yellow military velvet cloak covered in golden embroidery. And then he just goes, the guy who was about to cut his head off breaks him off with the nastiest drip imaginable, which is a really weird flex, but it is a flex for sure. Then he tells the guy, he goes, do your duty with a steady hand. Just mogs till the very end. Dude, just being like, yeah, you never have some shit like this. Here you go. And then he just goes, don't be a bitch. Cut my head off good, all right? Mogs till the final moment. They cut his head off. They frame it and they display it in town, basically saying this is the head of a traitorous fucking dickhead. Damn. They even hang up signs around his old house that say, here dwelled the traitor and rebel Gonzalo Pizarro. That's the end of Gonzalo. Damn. And then, meanwhile, fucking while that's going on, Orellana is in Spain. He's negotiating with Prince Philip. And, or he's finally, he gets, it takes like 2 years. He's itching to go back to the Amazon. After basically 2 years, they go, all right, you're the governor of New Andalusia, basically the Amazon lands you discovered. He charters and they get a boat. And he goes, we'll get, you can have 300 men, 100 horses, go found a city, or you can found 2 cities, one at the mouth of the river, one in like the interior. Just don't go in the Portuguese lands at all. Problem was the crown, he thought the crown was going to fund this whole trip. They were like, no, dude, this is you got to fund this. And if it works out, well, obviously we'll take our cut, but like, you're not. And then like, the other thing, too, was that Maldonado, at one point when they're getting ready to leave, Maldonado like just took off with a ship and he just went to the Portuguese side. Damn. So they think that he had been the Portuguese turned him into a spy and then just like get the deets. Because they kept getting held up, too. He kept trying to leave and they'd be like, man, hold on. We got to check this other thing. So they held him up for fucking ever. It's like, this is fucking bullshit. And then he's like, he's trying to go and they won't let him. And it's like, everything was working against him. He's like, dude, I thought this was going to be awesome. He also got married while he was there, a very, very young and poor girl. Because there was a guy there be like, at least marry a rich lady so then her family will pay for all this shit. Yeah. Orellana, dude, marries a fucking like 14-year-old chick who was poor. And they're like, what the fuck are you doing, you idiot?
14-year-old brokey.
That was a 14-year-old brokey, dude. And so, it's the whole return mission is completely falling apart to the point where Orellana just goes, dude, fuck this. He takes his 4 ships without permission because they didn't tell him he could leave yet. He's like, dude, Cortez did this. Fuck this. So he just takes off. He's like, I'll do it myself once I conquer. They'll be like, oh, dude, like they'll be like eating out of my hand. So he just escapes like a fugitive with his fucking new wife and like a small crew of like about 300 to 400 men back into the Amazon. So while crossing, 2 of the ships get lost in the sea. Damn. Illness takes a severe toll. Basically, like half of his crew No, actually more than his crew. He only, out of 300 or 400 people, 100 people were left. By the
Just
time,
on the way too.
on the way. It was complete disaster. And he's also a fugitive too. So now he's like, oh, fuck. Fuck. So, he's not good. The return voyage is not good. He finally reaches Brazil coast. He's got 2 ships. They got 11 very skinny horses and maybe 100 guys. Thank God he goes there. Natives are chill. They eat. Everyone's kind of like, hanging out. And then everyone's like, yo, let's like chill out. Let's build a nice riverboat. Like this is fucked. We got to chill out. Let's do some stuff. Oriana just goes, fuck that. Cause they're in that, like, when they came out of the Amazon, there's all those weird tributaries and rivers. He was navigating that. They couldn't find the actual Amazon River. So not only were like everyone dying, everyone starving, he got lost in that maze of like those weird tributaries near the ocean. So he never even made it back to the Amazon the second time. He just, when they were trying to build a new boat, he took off with this new babe and some people being like, I'll go find the Amazon and report back. And he, searched for like 300 miles. They had to eat, they had to like break 2 ships apart for parts, fight some natives, little food. And then he just fucking died.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
He died. They didn't even find him. His wife just like made it back to the party. And he died.
Damn.
Said he died from illness and grief. He was so sad and sick. His wife's like, his child wife is like, yeah, we were just going up there and he got sad and
He
died.
just cried himself to death.
Yeah. So,
Man.
yeah. And for a while, too, he died in the arms of his child wife, which, and she survived. That's nice.
That's how Woody Allen's gonna go.
And the rest, there's only 44 people left. The original 300 people that got pretty much bamboozled by Oriana, and they were rescued off Margarita Island, right next to Cuba Guay, the other Spanish. So.
And they weren't in trouble because they were just
I think they were all right. Ana de Alia, by the way, survived the disaster. She led the survivors to safety after her husband's death and remarried and lived in Panama. So
Damn, she up.
yeah, so apparently she led the men to safety, by the way. His child bride was like kind of instrumental in saving the final 44 people or whatever.
Damn.
So yeah. So he named Oriana, by the way. So what did he do? Yeah, he died. It's pretty sick. He tried to get back to the Amazon, died. The river was named after him for a little bit. It was called the Rio de Oriana for a while, and then they just renamed it the Amazon because it was cooler. And so that's what happened.
Damn.
That's the end.
It's never
Not nearly as cool as the end of the other guys.
But even his was sad too.
Yeah, Cortez was sad. Cortez became like a fat ex-quarterback.
Yeah,
never
but he
get
lived.
glory.
He lived.
He
got
lived,
some glory,
but he
but-
wanted his expeditions failed as well. He did 2
Yeah.
more expeditions. They failed.
Oh yeah.
Well, hot damn, guys. There it is. Part 4. Another one in the books. Another books in the books.
Yeah, man. Are you gonna do the Arctic next?
I might have to.
Dig a
I'm
little
gonna
fire
read
up
it
on
in the
the
Arctic
Arctic.
and see what
Sounds
we're
awesome.
dealing with. The Arctic might be kind of sick. I'll see. I'm thinking about doing I might switch it up. There's a book called Rubicon by Tom Holland about the days when the Romans crossed back. No, it's when the Romans crossed in and like attacked Rome as they had to like take over the city. Basically, it was crossing the Rubicon. It's like a line you can never come back from. They're basically like clamping down on their own city, I think. So I'm gonna try to see if maybe switch it up a little bit and do some ancient Roman or some Roman history.
That'd be
Sounds
awesome. I
sick,
love
yeah.
Roman history.